post in Discord, let people know we're live.
I posted.
All right, cool. Ah, this is exciting, huh? It's exciting to have our new man here.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
You
producer.
know, yeah. Well, that's not our only new man. We have
Oh,
production. We have
Haas.
production
Yeah,
here,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
should we? Can I do the introductions?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for
Maybe.
it.
Well, welcome guys to the big matchup of tonight, the second marquee matchup. We have Be Tough, No Excuses versus Pal. With me as always, the Wouchman. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
We have our producer who wishes to remain silent. Hello, producer. Welcome to the team.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And this is another exciting Israel-Palestine moment. We have brought together two forces bitterly at odds. We have our man, our friend from 19s, the Haas man, filling in for Plants, taking in his role from the exact opposite side of the good and evil spectrum of the 19th bracket. Welcome, Haas man, my brother.
Thank you. I think for this cast, I'd like to be known as Bat Hass, please.
Bat Haas, absolutely.
I
You can be
thought
Bat Haas
Bass
the whole
was
time.
banned from tournament play.
Yeah, Bat Haas.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Tournament play is totally banned. Absolutely not. It's too powerful. However, for commentating, Bat Haas can be the Haas Bat. Absolutely can join us.
All right. Well, I'll allow it this time.
So you
Just
guys,
once.
you guys psyched up for this one or what?
So hyped, so hyped.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, so let's, like we usually do, we're gonna go and do like a quick tournament recap. So last time we casted, me and Jehuda with our friend Plants, we watched probably the most anticipated match of pool play, which was Almost 30 versus Can We Stop. I think the community at large predicted Can We Stop would dismantle Almost 30, and Almost 30 kind of shocked the world. I think they'd been
Did that
practicing a
happen?
lot. Yeah. And
I don't
they,
remember that.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
News to me. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think that happened. Um, so I don't know. I thought that was a really interesting game.
Yeah.
I picked Almost 30. They're my boys. Not that I have any ill will towards CWS, but kind of had to go with my 29 guild. Do you guys have any opinions on that? I mean,
Well, I'm sure.
Haas, you were in it.
I'm sure Haasman has a lot of opinions about this. But if I could go first, I mean, I have a lot of faith in Can We Stop. I still do. I think Haasman, I think it was a mistake to go with a warrior for Horde. I know we talked about this offline. I kind of stand by that, and I guess we'll have to see what these guys do tonight. But yeah, you disappointed me, and I picked you to go all the way. I hope you won't disappoint me any further. Can you promise me you won't disappoint me any further?
We'll see. We'll see. And listen, I think you're digging your own grave here because I know you sit up in this fancy production booth all safe and sound.
Yep.
And I'm telling you what, the warrior that you're pointing out, Fix Man, he has a friend called Ventrix, and those two
Yep.
guys are really toxic together. And I see
Yeah.
you queuing pugs, and,
Uh-huh.
and I have to say, man, they have these like big fiery explosion things, and I think they're gonna aim for you. So I'm just saying, just be careful.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll take my chances. I mean, those two guys are great players. I think I love both of them. Fix is really great, about as good as it gets for a warrior.
For sure. I
But
think that kind of is a good segue, though, into, he had a pretty big game in the game that we did not cast. Our friends Sunshun,
yeah,
Forwards, and Ojai casted this game.
yeah,
It was the Ruckus versus Can We Stop. Big shout outs to the Ruckus for coming and competing, but unfortunately, someone had to get eliminated from each pool, and out of this pool, they've gone home. Can We Stop pretty convincingly won both games, and we give out an award every game, for the Heartseeker Butt Wipes player of the game, and this time it was Fix, who we were just talking about.
Well, yeah, obviously well deserved. There was no one even close. I think we can agree on that. It was a pretty clear vote. Like again, once you count all the legal votes, it's very clear. Fix wins. You have any thoughts on that, Hassman?
I think as a leader that I'm going to take a page from from Simon Sinek's book. And leaders should eat last, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I'm all about elevating the people around me because I'm only as good as those around me. But then I feel like there's someone here sitting right next to me that kind of pointed out that I specifically made that comment after I saw some of the voting already. It looked really sus. I think we should have had some recounts there, but whatever. I'm just benefit of the doubt to listen. If he plays a warrior and it's Horde, as you've pointed out, he probably deserves it, right?
And
so,
he's a
He
torrent.
does.
Whatever.
Yep.
And he's a torrent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, if you're looking for legal representation to address the vote rigging issue, I'm available to take the case.
So kind of a quick overview of the tournament. So far, tonight is the 5th match. Not pictured in the schedule was PAL versus Almost 30 about 2 weeks ago at this point, and maybe even 3 weeks ago. And PAL won that 2-0 against This Is the Way. The first game, very convincing, kind of a slaughter. Second game, This Is the Way kind of came back with a vengeance, almost had a couple caps even. And looking at the pool play, you'll see that Almost 30 won their pool. Can We Stop also advances in second place, and the Ruckus is eliminated, thanks again to the Ruckus. And what's interesting with the green pool is that they've only played one game, so we can kind of try to figure out the ramifications of this game, and you'll see that if PAL wins this game 2-0, they will be the winner of the bracket, and they will go on to play against Can We Stop. And if they lose, then there's some certain situations where Be Tough No Excuses could win the bracket. There's a lot of, all three teams are still in play here. It's just kind of interesting to see. Does anyone have any comments? Are there any matchups you'd like to see?
I wanted to ask you guys. I'm actually really interested to know your guys' opinions on, every guild in Green Pool, if they had their specific route that they wanted to take, who do you think that PAL, Be Tough, and This Is the Way, who do you think their matchup that they want to go into the Final Four would be if they had to choose?
I don't know what you mean. You mean like if they were to draw someone out of the purple pool, or?
Well, no, I'm saying like if they can control their destiny, right? So obviously PAL can here. Be Tough hasn't. This is their first matches. This is the way it's going to get a little bit more complex. But do you think PAL wants to win tonight because they think they can hold their own against Can We Stop, or do you think maybe that they might throw a game here or there and want to play Almost 30? Like, do you think that they're even thinking about that, or do you think they're just focusing on tonight's game?
My thinking is no on that. I don't think they're looking to even throw a game. I think every team here has a chip on their shoulder. It's one of the great things about this bracket. Everybody thinks they're an underdog. Everybody thinks no one respects them. It's fucking perfect. So I think PAL is looking to have another statement. I think that's what they want. I think they want to repeatedly make statements all the way to the finish line. I have no doubt that's what they want to do, and I think that's what they're going to try and do all the way through. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think that they're not going to throw a game, and I think that they really like, we'll talk about it later, but they really like a certain item that you're only allowed to use in same faction games. So I think they would rather play against Can We Stop, because they sure have made it clear that they want to use that item. So that's my opinion. I think Almost 30 looked great, and I think teams might be a little afraid of them right now. Having talked to a few people from all the guilds left in the tournament, they've been like, wow, that was really impressive. I don't know how we're going to stop that offense.
Do you guys think that AT sitting winning their group, do you think they might have a preference on if they want to play PAL, they want to play Be Tough? They're praying that This Is the Way makes it for whatever chance they have.
I definitely don't want to get into that. I would say that Almost 30, actually, I mentioned before that people have chips on their shoulders. I actually think that the people with the biggest chip on their shoulder is AT. So I think, and everyone has, make no mistake, everybody has a chip on their shoulder, no question about it. And I also gestured to my shoulder. No one can see that, but that is what I did, chip right there. But I think
I
AT...
actually saw that. I'm sitting right next to you on my Peloton right now. Yeah.
Actually, it's funny you say that. Haasman's actually sitting on my shoulders. He's just sitting on top of me as we ride together. It's exactly exactly how I wanted this cast done. I pointed at the chip on my shoulder, which is on his left leg. But I think AT has the biggest chip right now. I think they think we didn't respect them. Nobody's respecting them. They're the ones who want to deliver the killing blow, maybe even more than Pal. So, and like I said, I think that's kind of the best thing about this tournament is that everybody wants to say a fuck you to everybody.
I agree. So kind of looking at predictions, Jehuda and I both picked Can We Stop before the tournament began.
That's right.
Plants picked Pal. And Haas, I asked you what your prediction was, and you're holding steady on your boys, which I respect that. Jehuda, do you think after the game we saw between Almost 30 and Can We Stop, you want to change your pick or not really?
I mean, I'm not going to change my pick. I stand by, what I saw at the beginning. I mean, I hate to pump Haasman's tires, especially while he's sitting on my shoulders. But, I do think he's clever. I think he's creative. And I think, just so you can see, he approached, they lost game 1, they took a hit, and they came back and had a much stronger game 2. I think that Haas is going to learn from those games. And, I just don't see, then they had a real statement in the last game. They're moving on. My expectation is they only get better. They don't get worse. So I do still think they have a chance to win this thing. I'm not going to walk away from a prediction I made at the beginning. I think they have a great team. They have great leadership. I think they're creative, like I said. But I mean, at this point, it certainly doesn't feel as strong as it felt when I picked it. We've seen AT be totally dominant. We've seen Pal already be very good. We're going to get an even better taste of Pal tonight in what I think is going to be a tough matchup. I mean, there's some. Well, I guess we'll get to the details of that in a bit.
Well, one thing that's interesting about these predictions is, your castmate that you fired, and then you hired me. He took Pal, and he's facing them tonight.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
do you think that's a little psychological warfare? Do you think there's anything behind that? Do you think maybe they take it tonight, but then maybe overall he doesn't think that his team has the legs to make it?
I think simply he just thinks Pal's a really good team. And I think that's a fair point. I think there's...
Respectable.
Yeah. My personal feeling on the tournament at this point is if you watch all of the games and you watch a lot of the pre-mades that happened before these games started, a common theme is that every team's defense kind of sucks. And no teams are able to stop any of these offenses. I think whichever team figures out how to stop an offense is going to, defense wins championships. It's cliche, but that's kind of where we're at. I haven't seen any defense where I've thought, wow, this is really impressive stuff.
Well, I think that obviously for Plant Man, making this decision that comes with a lot of challenges, right? I don't think he even knew he was going to be playing for BTNE when he made the pick. I think we should never underestimate how disorganized they are. I think that. I think that. And I think that he couldn't. As much as we all have 19's allegiances, I don't think there's any way he could, in good conscience, pick your team. Can we stop? So he just didn't have a choice. He had to take Pal or AT, and it looks like he flipped a coin and went Pal on that. So I think that it was looking like the smartest selection. I think it's possible he put the least amount of thought into it of all of us. Maybe not. Maybe he thought about it all day. But we definitely love him, and he's looking like the smart one in a group of some idiots.
Well, enough about our predictions and everything. Let's talk about tonight's matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight is B-Tough versus Pal. As we said,
Can I jump in on one thing? If this game were decided on who has by logos, this is an easy win for B-Tough.
Yeah,
It's
logos
over. Great. It's over. Wrap it up. Just go home. But we don't play the games on logos. We play the games in Warsong Gulch.
True. And one thing to note is today is same faction, which means both teams are able to use Gnomish Mind Control Cap. So, one thing about this matchup that I think is interesting is the narrative at large, kind of when you talk to the rest of the community. I personally don't feel it this way, is that this is a 19s versus 39s showdown. And I thought this is the first time we've seen B-Tough No Excuses. And typically on these broadcasts, I've kind of given a brief history of every guild. So I wanted to give them a chance to give them kind of a moment in the sun. So from my understanding is back, take the Dark Portal, go all the way back to vanilla, and there was things called battle groups. And battle groups were essentially 7 servers or so were in a category, and you only played those servers in that battle group, right? And they were in one called Vengeance. There was one called Vengeance, and they decided, there's a really good group of Twinks on Cyclone that we've played against on private servers. We're going to make an all-star team of Vengeance Twinks, and we're going to take them to Cyclone. And they played. They became friends with a lot of them, except one guild they didn't like, Crush Ridge Legends. So the all-star team and some of the Cyclone natives made a guild called Use the Boost to Chase, UTBTC. I actually never knew what that stood for. I'd always seen it, didn't know what it stood for. And over time, they eventually merged with Crush Ridge Legends. It's hard to say. It's like Russell Westbrook. It's pretty hard to say. And they merged specifically with Atax. He's a hunter. Fort, who's a priest, and that's Life Drain. And they grouped up and they made a team, and they kind of became what we know of today as Be Tough No Excuses. They did a lot of raiding. They played raided battlegrounds in Cataclysm, and they did that up until MOP before they kind of fell apart. Haas, you kind of have you were around through this Stone Age. Do you have any memories of BTNE from back then?
Yeah, they were. The Crush's Legends arm of them. Their fearless leader Atax, who I think is playing tonight. We'll have to see. But he was. It was really Pizza Hut. Crush's Legends would go at it, and this is back in the day when we had a really young Pizza. And Pizza was getting beaten up and by Atax and Life Drain and Fort. And so they have a long illustrious history. They continued that into BC and a little bit into Lich King, and then they kind of just didn't really like the way that the game was going in, and a lot of them kind of quit. Some of them played like throughout the years, as you said, at RBGs and whatnot like that. But you have also the Vengeance guys. You have Siren. A lot of them, kind of made those friendships and on PTR, and they would just sit there and they do Rogue v Rogue duels, they do PTR games, different things like that. So all these guys, as soon as Classic started, they kind of all congregated on Fairbanks, which ironically is PTL's server. And they were on Alliance initially, and then through the Battleground merger and excuse me, the Battleground split when it was a West Coast East Coast everything. Now they came over with Can We Stop to the Crick along with Spacebar, or at the time Havoc, now Spacebar, and so now we're kind of here.
Yeah, cool. So kind of the other side of the game is PAL, and we talked a lot about them in the This Is the Way VOD. You guys should look it up. And one thing we talked about is that they picked up a few players from the premier guild of 39's PTL, and there's kind of this view that PTL is kind of like the Monstars from. Oh, I forgot. I got ahead of myself. BTNE really wanted me to mention that they are recruiting people to raid with them on Man Crick Alliance and My Amazing Friends. They said that the only reason they're playing in this tournament is as a recruiting tool for And My Amazing Friends. So if you want to raid Nax, kill some dragons, go to Man Crick, you can play with them. So anyway, getting back to 39, sorry about that. We kind of view them as Monstars, and I think there's, this feeling that these are some aliens from a bracket that none of us are familiar with. I think there was enough overlap in 19s and 29s that there's some familiarity. And 39s, though, are just from another bracket. And they kind of came in here, with some BDE and just kind of bullying people with rocket boots. And so I think this tournament is really an opportunity for them to kind of prove that they are the Monstars, or are they the little dweeby monsters before they, touch that magic basketball. Would you guys agree that's
holy shit?
Well, hold on, Jehuda. I heard from unconfirmed sources. I'm not gonna let my sources not gonna release their identities here. I heard that 39s have no souls. Is that true?
I've heard that. I don't know if it's true. I've definitely heard that. I mean, listen, from my perspective, I'm only interested in the golden bracket, the glorious bracket, the bracket from which gods ascend, 19s, where we all come from. As far as I'm concerned, 39s is like a kid's bracket. Not interested. Don't care. They can lose. Go fuck themselves. No one cares.
I've been playing a lot of 39.
I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree on that simple
Turtle.
truth of life. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just kind of the background of it.
Someone
Do you
just
have
put in
any
there that we should have put Rocket Boots in that monster pick. That is 100% correct. We definitely should have done that.
So let's kind of look at the rosters. This is a little tough.
Producer, get on that, please.
Yeah,
Thank
come
you.
on. Yeah, production.
Come on,
Come on. Jesus.
So a lot of these names, I don't really know who's who. I think we could play a name game. I think the Druid is Papa Popper.
Correct.
I think ATAX is Rick Rude.
Honestly, I don't
think-
even know that it matters. Who could WAP
Yeah, it
even
doesn't
be?
really
Who could ever
matter.
know? Who could know who WAP is? It's hard to
Is
say.
that Wapster or Wap City? We don't know.
No one
WAP
knows.
City.
You'll just have to guess. I mean, that's just part of the fun.
Yeah, so I think we should have fun with it. We'll just go by that, and it's easier for people following at home.
Yeah.
This is, a really solid team. A lot of people who've been around forever. This is kind of a boomer guild, which
Yep.
I think is, it's not a negative. A lot of these players are really strong. They picked up some players from Spacebar that are playing for them tonight, and I think they've, had some games in the past that haven't gone their way, especially, in 19s they were always kind of viewed as the third best guild. And then so far, recently in 29s, they got their butt kicked in a practice game against PAL. But I think they're slowly getting their shit together, and we'll see. I think they'll perform above expectations. What do you guys think about their lineup?
Yeah, I think it's interesting to see. I have to key in on the Warrior. Look, the way you have it is he's the center of the team. Will that happen tonight? And if people don't know, Angry Beavers, that is indeed everyone's favorite classic 29 shitposting warrior, Wally himself.
Your favorite most of all, that's for sure.
No, I think Fowler takes the cake on that one. That's Fowler's favorite, maybe my second favorite, right? But then we have Elon Musk. His child is playing the rogue in the bottom right. I have no idea who that is. But Triple H is Papa Popper. Ricky Rude is ATAX. WAP is in fact not Wapster but Wap City. A 19 from Spacebar.
Yep.
Sorry about it is Kunz, Gold Dust, Siren, Angry Beavers, Wally, Mark Henry, Tom Brady. We have the Jeff Hardys. I think one of those is actually our friend
Correct.
Plants fan. The other one
Yep.
is Fort. And then this rogue is who knows. But
I have no idea.
here's the interesting thing about this, right? And I'm interested to see Pal's lineup because what's I think the narrative here with BTNE, like Welch, you said, they got their ass handed to them in a practice match. They went back to the table. They incorporated some Spacebar players. And you also mentioned that they've kind of been quote unquote not the best guild from the 19 bracket, and so are Spacebar, are they going to be able to elevate these BTNE players to ascend to a top guild, right? To potentially put them over the top versus PAL tonight.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be the storyline for BTNE. It's or B Tough some Spacebar as we're calling them today. You're gonna have some Spacebar players working together, but I think that some of their players are split between who's offense, who's defense. So this is really not going to be like a Spacebar on defense and BTNE on offense. They're going to have to work together. There's kind of no way around it. I hope it is enough. I'm pulling for them as the 19s guild, but PAL has been really tough. We know they've been playing together for a while. We know they're organized. I don't know how much practice these guys have gotten in for BTNE. I think they're the underdog in this game. I mean, do we agree on that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Since we're kind of running low on time, let's go quickly talk about the PAL lineup. I think it's worth noting that PAL's playing a Shaman tonight and BTF isn't. I think Shamans are great in team fights, provide a third healer. I think they're, a little better at, providing utility than a warrior is.
Mm-hmm.
I think Piercing Howl versus Earthbind Totem is kind of an interesting conversation. Another point is they are one of the two teams that is predominantly using two mages in this tournament, and we have Rogue Nine, who was the Heartseeker butt white player of the game from the first game of the tournament.
That's right. So, are you thinking that they're going to be Piercing Howl? That Wally's going to run Piercing Howl? I'm not sure that's the case.
I
don't know.
personally think Wally likes to be up in your face. I think he wants to
Yep.
do as much damage as possible.
I agree.
I think he's going to run deep arms, and I think he's just going to
Interesting.
he's going to be swinging that big. What's that big two-hander that I feel like this cast? This
Good question.
Oh, the paladin weapon?
It's a paladin
Yeah,
weapon.
paladin,
The paladin
yeah,
weapon.
paladin.
Yeah, the paladin weapon. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
paladin
yeah.
weapon.
It's actually the Brother Man legendary weapon.
That's
you
right.
Can get it in, you can get
Oh,
it in Legion.
I think
actually.
there's a paladin quest you need to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta
okay.
do there's a paladin quest for that. It's a standard paladin weapon. Everybody knows that. So
I-
yeah, I
yeah,
do
so-
expect him to be using that. And it looks to me like we're looking at the same lineup we saw game 1 from PAL, which
Correct.
was our opening matchup. And I think a lot of us were sleeping a little bit on Rogue 9. I don't think we'll be sleeping on Rogue 9, and much more importantly, Duranda. No one's sleeping.
Duranda.
No one is sleeping on Duranda. These guys probably have targeting macros for Duranda. Duranda is not going to be given a minute here. I expect a lot of pressure to be on her, but I got to tell you, I think she'll be able to handle it. It's Duranda we're talking about.
I think if the one takeaway from this that you look at it is the power classes, and that's Hunter and Mage. You obviously have Be Tough No Excuses going to double Hunter.
Mhm.
You have PAL going to double Mage. I think that the team that's going to win tonight is going to utilize their power classes more. We saw AT do that against CWS. We saw CWS do that against the Ruckus. We'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's worth noting that PAL has so many good mages that Super, who many think are not the best mage, is the best mage, is not playing tonight. And you have to wonder if it's because he just adopted a new dog named Harley. So that's
hi,
something to think
Harley.
about. But yes, I mean,
Well,
we're kind of running low on time. Jehuda, do you want to?
Yeah, just before we get to that though, I think I wouldn't read much into that because these guys have like a cast of fucking 1,000 players. They could probably have
True.
two teams in this tournament if they wanted to. I almost kind of wish they did have two teams in this tournament, but so I just want to say I wouldn't read much into that. I don't know if Hossman you think different or.
No, I mean, I personally feel like that, as a guild leader, that's definitely a good problem to have when you have just such a talented cast that you're able to pick. And,
sure.
and you know what? Hey, here's the thing. Everyone, you guys sat through the AT versus CWS. Maybe they're gonna bring in some fresh legs and then have the upper hand after a 2-hour game 1. Who knows?
All right, so is it my turn for a
Good
prediction?
point.
I think
Yeah.
I kind of get to this. On logos
I'm
alone,
sorry.
I could make this call. I'm taking BTNE. I know we're running out of time, and they're champing for us to move on. But like I said, I'll take the dog in this one. I have been taking a lot of favorites. I got burned on one, so I'm taking BTNE. I think that they are going to keep it together and surprise the world.
For sure. What do you think, Haas?
I'm gonna take PAL. And I know maybe some expected me to maybe go Be Tough No Excuses. I really think this could be a split series, and a lot of people say, "Oh, there's no way it could be as good as matches as ATC CWS." But I'm telling you, you have both of these teams have played each other. PAL got the upper hand. BTNE is going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder. They've kind of reorganized their roster. PAL has also reorganized their roster. There's a lot of excitement around the players that we've seen from PAL so far. There's a lot of questions around Be Tough No Excuses, but I think it's going to be, the players that they added can only elevate them, can only make them better. So I really think we're in for a very entertaining night tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually think tonight might be a blowout. I think that Be Tough actually, the order in which they're playing their matches benefits them a little bit. I think they're going to probably learn a lot from tonight, and that's going to be big in making sure they don't get upset by this of the way. But I think tonight they are going to, they're going to lose a game, but it's kind of one of those things, like losing's part of the process, and just because you lose tonight doesn't mean you're going to lose the next time you play.
I completely agree with that point. That's such a great point.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would. So now, but do you think that you think they'll have some caps, BTNE, or you think they get 3-0'd twice?
I think 3-0, 3-0. I hate to say it, but 42 minutes each game. I think
Ooh.
it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be tough.
Okie dokie. We'll see. Let's do it.
All right,
Oh,
let's
that was a close one. Huh?
we'll check in, make sure everything's ready.
All right, let me just set up the stream.
Jehuda, can I get your current RPMs right now?
Let's see. Yes, 1 second. Speed, distance, calories, something that says, oh, odometer. They don't tell me, I don't have anything for the RPM. I can just tell you that my speed is 12.0. Take that for what it means, which is nothing to me.
Can we up that to 19 just for
When the caps are, okay, I'm up to 16.4, 17.5, 18.2, 18.20.1. How's that? Is that better?
I would like it at 19, but
19.
I digress.
Yeah, you don't want to go over. Yeah, you don't want to level out of the bracket. All right, I'm trying. 18's respectable. Can you wear your BDA at 18, or is that 19? I can't even remember. It's 19, right?
19. Yep.
Yeah. I guess what could I even put on at that level? My Wrangler's wristbands. Those are 18, right?
Nice and fluffy. If you get really sweaty, you can just wipe your forehead and instant instant sweat gone. I don't know if you can say that about 29s or 39s.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So are these guys, they need a minute?
Yeah, just 1 sec. They're both, one team is waiting on someone, and I think they're both waiting on one team.
So do we have a plan to get contact from a webcam? You know what? I don't have one. So I wouldn't even know how to do it. Sorry, guys. But I am definitely on this fucking bike. I am definitely... I'm sure you can hear the breathing.
War game request has been sent.
All right. Is it looking good over there? It looks good, right? The stream. Okay, we are in. Coming through okay for you, Haasman?
Absolutely.
Beauty. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see. A lot of undead over here.
Oh, did we get the wrong sides? Alright, may have gotten the wrong side.
Oh. I think everybody's seen the bike. Yeah, I think so. I posted a picture of it on a number of occasions. Would you believe Kay Levia is still here? She lives here. She never moves. Every game.
Alright, so we're trying to get the correct side. The first game will be Horde for...
Negative.
Did we get the wrong side again?
Yep.
We had to deal with this with Ruckus. Luckily, it wasn't too much of a delay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this, guys.
I think this is the authentic classic experience, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who
True.
remembers back in the day when you or
line 'em up.
back before we even knew it was war games. We had
This
to sit
tournament
there
would
and-
never work.
Oh, it would not.
Oh
would
my
not
God, no.
before. Yeah. We would be here for 45 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Before.
Ventrix asked if they're doing only one game tonight. No, we're doing two.
Doing both.
Yeah, we're doing two.
Ventrix, you grab your growth elixir potions and you strap in, buddy. All right.
Did you guys get a pop?
I did not. They must not have taken it yet.
Okay.
I didn't get it either.
He says do it again, huh? Lower it? Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, okay, that was weird. It made the sound and didn't send the request, but okay.
Like that?
My guess is someone hadn't AFK'd out yet.
Swigman's like that. Good.
Alright, did we get it right this time?
I think so. They are not AFKing.
Yep, this is right.
Yep. Very good. Alright, so convertible 1. And triple H 8. Alright, that's going to be annoying.
What is Wally have equipped? It is a... Is he trolling? What? It was like a... I think it may have been Cobalt Crusher with Fiery Enchant. Interesting.
Why not? He may have just made this guy. Who knows? Make sure we'll be watching the dispels out of Jeff Hardy's for sure. It's going to be huge.
I think another interesting thing to look at here in mid, especially this initial clash, and Welch picked up on it earlier was we have one horde team running a shaman and one team obviously not. Um, is Sapler going to actually press a healing button in mid, or is he enhanced? Number one, right? But then obviously, if he's throwing some off heals, are they going to be able to create some more pressure off the initial push? And if that's the case, how is BT&E going to respond to that?
Well, I think it's important to squeeze in all of our most petty grievances, but since I happen to agree with this particular petty grievance, I'm all on board with this issue. Every healing class is a healer. Make no mistake, friends. Everyone. Enhanced Shaman, you're a healer. Ret Paladin, you're a healer. No one cares, you're a healer.
Well,
Shadow Priest, you're a healer.
Wait. Ret Paladins are above healers.
Well, first of all, I don't even like what you're trying to say here. Above healers? Like, I don't even know what that is supposed. I don't even want to respond to that. I'm so upset about it.
Do you notice that the rogue Zombified, I think, has Crusader, I think?
Yeah,
Can you check on that?
I've done
check it
some
out,
homework on some rogues here.
No.
Zombified likes. I have seen him in a pug. He likes the Rocket Crusader main hand. He likes to maybe he likes to try to get some procs and then maybe
Could be
maybe
+5,
wail away.
Yeah.
So
Forward
expect-
also has a
Could be
Wind
weapon
Serpent.
damage. Is it weapon
And-
damage white too?
Forwards does have a Wind Serper.
And I want to point out, I think that's actually really smart. If you've watched the other games, I think a thing your pet can be really good at is keeping offensive hunters in combat. And by having a Wind Serpent, I think you actually have more range to keep that hunter in combat rather than having some melee pet that's just slowed the whole time.
All right, so it looks like Convertible is going to get a clean pass through.
It looks like Triple H is, with his entire team, moving very slowly.
Yeah.
Convertible free pass. He
It looks like the mage is going to pick.
on the balcony.
Only wish you had your Ret Paladin now with a sapped priest there.
So this is interesting. Triple H is back in the mid fight, whereas the rogue and the mage went to pick. I wonder if this is because they don't have a shaman, so they're using the druid as a third mid fight healer.
Looks like they're losing Rick Rude. Rick Rude is down.
I personally don't know about that trade just because that's a two versus one. Maybe they're trying to get midfield control just so it's a little bit easier.
Does not look like they're getting it though.
They're
No.
not. They're getting bullied around.
Yeah,
They are.
and they're getting pushed.
Yep.
Oh, looks like they've got Convertible on the ropes here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's coming out.
Looks like they're going to catch up though.
Yep. Both priests look to be in, and the shaman.
Yep, he's home free there.
He's home
Yep.
free now. So here's something that I think is really different about both these teams. I think maybe Beat Tough No Excuses, you might give them the edge in splits because that's what they're really comfortable with. I think PAL they play very similar to what CWS does, and they really try to put the pressure on in transition. And this is where the Mage FC might be a backfire for them, and this is where where PAL can maybe definitely capitalize here because hey, Mages they get hit by a rogue, they get hit by physical DPS, they are not as tanky as Druid and Bear form.
Yeah, this is a dangerous situation here. There's a lot of PAL, not a lot of BTNE here.
Yeah, and the rogue that came over to help got a nice sap on Thai food, but then
Yeah.
got collapsed on by J Master and Rogue 9.
If I'm sorry about it, I am beelining to roof right now. I think Todd is a dangerous position to be in right now.
He probably
gonna go
wishes he had
for
some rocket boots.
J Master with the mind flay.
He's not necessarily in danger here. You can see the horde is catching up. I don't know though.
Yeah, the healers are on him,
This is
but
getting a little close.
it's
You don't.
clothy.
It's not your flag carrier. You know, it's a dangerous spot to be in. But one blink and he's out of this.
somehow he's managing to stay alive, gets a good blink out.
He's
Yeah.
low,
Then the-
low on
oh,
mana.
wow.
Yeah, but he's got a healer free casting on him right
Down.
now. He's okay.
Atax is close to going down. Ricky Rude, excuse me, is close to going down.
I wish we knew J Master's
boy.
cooldown on Fear.
Might have to go for a pass here.
I believe Fort is the priest next to him. They might be going for a pass.
Not yet. Might not get the
Dangerous.
choice.
Out on the pressure.
Off the body.
Yeah.
Oh, they got it.
I don't think Priest is you typically want to have the flag, though.
No.
This is Inventrix in
This
19.
is a kill here. And a cap.
Oh.
Probably.
There you
That's a
go,
cap.
cap number one.
Yeah.
So let's see how they recover. You know, some games you get the early cap happens, and it's kind of the reason is the deficiency of your team fight, and you might actually be able to kind of regroup and pick the flag and get to where you want to be in the splits. Or, you know, sometimes you lose the first cap and it is just a disaster.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really question not sending the Druid to get the flag because, you know,
Yeah.
like you just said, I really think BT&E is strong in splits and they would want to game to that. And that's a very interesting call that they have Mage. They commit Mage Rogue to go get the flag.
Yeah, and you know, when you're not able to get the flag in the hands of your flag carrier, you end up in that situation where you're just playing on your
Yep.
back foot the whole time, and you're never able to get to the split that you want. Like you said, that's what they want. So, but I'm sure they'll correct it, and they'll look to make a change here.
Typhoid waiting on.
Typhoid is right.
Yeah.
Yep, he's connecting right now.
Luckily, there looks to be a lot of BTF
Yeah.
excuses here to help him out. If you want
I
to go
don't-
to Triple H, that might be a better.
I don't know
Got him.
about that decision from Typhoid there. I think he could have played that a little bit more patient. That could have been a communication thing. Maybe he was opening to try to get some cooldowns, maybe a trinket, because that would be a big win for them. But we'll have to see. Ent has the flag secured. He's got Elrigs and Fords with him.
Let's see where they're at. Oh, yeah, they got a long way to go.
Pal has a little bit of flag room defense right now.
Yep, looks to be
I
mostly
really-
just Typhoid at this point. He's about to get wing clipped. Ooh, nice gouge.
Mhm.
I really think they should be beelining. They're better together here as a team. I think they should reset, try to get as much as possible.
You'll kind of see that group a lot in these pre-mades where it's, you know, Priest, Hunter, Mage, Druid is kind of the flag carrying quartet.
So what are you thinking here? They got to get to the roof, huh? Reset
Yeah,
here?
100%, 100%. Here, roof is so valuable in this specific scenario because if you try to run out in the middle of a transition, you know, obviously Pal is together, they're doing their thing, they're harassing, right? When you go roof as a team and you go to enemy roof, you force the opposing team to split, so you can move into whatever direction you want to go is 10, but the opposing team has to commit people up to push you off of roof, right? Or you're going to sit there forever. So it always goes to the advantage of the team that goes roof.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ent, he just got a killing blow with
And,
Wrath.
and in kind of almost simpler forms, it just like it gives you a series of outlets, 3 possible outlets, and you know that's hard to cover, right? I mean, to put it in simple terms, it's very hard to cover 3 outlets. That's why you want to
Yes,
get to the
yes.
roof, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing it. They're going to put together. Let's see how many guys are lost. Yeah, that's not bad. They have 9 here,
Yeah.
or near.
And
Pal-
losing a rogue isn't the worst because they can kind of
It's not.
they can get back easier than other classes, and you kind of want them on the cut anyway, so you don't even have to get to roof to be effective.
They're down a priest. Jeff Hardy with a J, just rezzed.
I believe that's plants, but I wouldn't bet my life on it.
Are you assuming that plants would die in a pre-made?
Yeah, I doubt that. I'm not sure he's ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever died in
Looks
class.
like they jumped. They're going out low
They're
door.
going. I think that was an Imp Conk.
Forwards is sheep.
It is
They
looking.
might get out. They might
Looking,
get out.
looks safe here.
Yeah,
Pal's rotating very.
both
very
rogues are
slow
way
here.
far away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's home. He's
Yep.
home. Now this is where maybe you can have some counter pressure. Your FC secure. He's gonna book it. Maybe BT&E can turn around and try to get some counter pressure and get what we call at 19s God bracket a free look.
Yep. But now you don't think that Pal will go for their split here, or will they say no? If you make your move now, we're fucking wiping you 10 men.
Well, we'll see. I think they're gonna maybe try to see how disciplined B Tough No Excuses is gonna be on splits. They're gonna try to control mid because guess what? Hey, that first cap, what that happened because they controlled mid. So maybe they're thinking, hey, we're not gonna allow them to go to splits, and so we're gonna play the death ball.
Yeah, funny. I'll say this game has been so action-packed that usually at this point we're just cracking jokes and making comments.
I know, we
and
haven't even got a
really
chance.
have not had a time to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're looking to have a split here. I mean, I don't know.
Shaman and drinking, very, very well played.
Are you seeing? There's absolutely nothing happening over there on.
Yeah, a
Is
lot
that
of
right?
eating and drinking.
Is there a particular drink that shamans enjoy at Warsong Gulch?
Just the rations. I mean, it's the best consumable
The
in the
best
bracket for a
consumable in
shaman.
the game, not just the bracket. Period.
Yeah.
We love them. We load our bags with them.
Do we have a name yet on Mark Henry's succubus?
Oh, I'd love to get it.
Looks like a little
Zombified-
skirmish. They
Zombified
caught
gets
one of the two
caught
rogues
out.
out. Yep.
Typhoon is going to get positioned though from after this, so maybe a win. Who knows? We'll see.
Can we see that name? I'd have to look at Mark's.
It's
name.
interesting positioning by PAL right now. They're just kind of sitting in front of base of tunnel with what we discussed earlier: Mage Priest, Hunter
Katona?
Druid.
Is that Katuna?
Katona, yes,
Katona.
Katona. I'm going to go with Katona.
Katona, beautiful town in Westchester County, New York.
Can we actually can we fix that? Can we say Cortana? Maybe.
Cortana? Absolutely, Cortana. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Master Chief and Cortana.
Yeah. There you go.
Comments are good right now. Switch my camera to
Uh,
action.
it
Schmuckman,
looks like
learning the name of a warlock pet is action. Okay?
All right, we got some splits.
we do have some splits. It looks like both teams are going to start with 6-4.
Yeah.
Interesting
Rogues stealthing up.
choice. There's no banana door trap from forwards. He chose to put the trap a little bit sooner. Wally charges. He falls down.
You want me to switch to that one? You want to trade?
We got a cheap shot going out on L rig.
Go to the other side. Watch.
Yeah, my bad.
8. So yeah, I mean they are putting a little pressure in here. It's the typical slow burn, right, of the roof.
BT&E their defense chooses to do a shortcut. They run right into J Master and Typhoon. Nissan is coming right behind, and so is Sapler on the Shaman. He could be under some pressure. Rogue 9 is sitting at cut. He does have a healer free casting him.
They're getting some
And it's
pressure
kind of a
on,
net you'll take,
on
right?
Ent right
having your-
now.
Yep. Good fear. Double
lot of
undead.
undeads.
Yep. This is not good. This is looking like a repick. He's stranded. It's just him and a healer. There's 2 cut below.
Looks like
A feral
Ent
charge.
is in trouble too here.
Yeah,
might
both
be
these
trying
guys
to
might be
are
going to
waiting.
cap. Might be going to cap.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
That's a risky play.
Oh, he got
Pop
netted.
on cap.
Convertible using a potion. Looks like he might get away
This is
clean.
it. This
Ooh,
is
a lot
gonna,
of
looks
range.
like they got a kill coming here. Oh,
Oh wow.
Oh,
Good heal.
pick right, sorry about it.
Oh wow. And convertible saved.
yep.
Hands off to Elrig. Smart decision.
Wap getting the repick.
WAP goes down.
Trying
we
to
got
get
a
to
visual
flag
on Elric?
here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll get it.
Typhoon return.
Got it.
Oh, okay, they're not able to cap though on this side anyhow. Let's see who gets the repick on. Okay, Wally with the repick. It looks like
Elric's
Elric still might go down. Yeah.
Yep.
And
If you
it's
look at
not.
disc
And,
mana,
Looks like they might be
he's
doing
low.
they might be doing a trade here. Yep. And convertible's going to reset. I
He's
suspect.
gonna run back to mid. Smart play. Also gives them an advantage if their druid has the flag, the other teams doesn't.
Yep. Oh, he's going resto hut. Good call.
I think you just let this healer live, and then maybe just throw a throwing weapon at him. Yeah, exactly what you just did.
All right. It looks like Angry Beavers has the flag. He's going to try and
Gets rooted though.
hand this off
Trinkets.
somehow.
He's about to get resheathed.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't like this. Look at those dispels, though. They never stop. Which one is Plants? Do we even know? Is he J or G?
I think he's J, but it's hard to tell.
I heard a rumor that he's actually multi-boxing and
He's
playing
doing them
both.
both.
Of them.
Yep.
Oh wow,
Wouldn't surprise
impressive.
me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. Well within his skill set.
Wally about half HP here. but I'm sure he still has his defensive cooldown.
Yeah, but it
Where's-
looks like he just popped shield wall.
That's good. So after this, he should try and get that. Once that shield wall's down, they should be topping up Triple H. Let's get a transfer here.
It looks like BTNE tried to send 2 on offense. Now both of them are coming back.
Ooh. Good fear. Oh, they got it. Nope. He's in trouble here. He's going to have to hand that off, I think.
I think they're going to get the
Hopefully.
handoff. Yep.
Yep.
Secure the handoff.
Just what you want to see if you're them.
A rough transition, but they skate by.
They were the team that was closer to capping there, right? I mean, Convertible survived at maybe 2%, 3%,
Yeah.
and they were on cap, ready to go. So this very easily could have been a tied game.
Yeah, Convertible definitely, he got away with one. And that's Warsong Gulch, right? Anything can happen.
For sure. I mean, it's about getting caps, not almost getting caps.
That's right.
But you look at it as a victory if you're BTNE in my eyes. Maybe.
Jehuda, man, can you update the score at the top? Have you guys been doing that, or?
No, you can see it in the middle, though. On my screen. Middle top, see? I don't know how to update score. And I don't care. It's on there. Of course, it's Alliance, but we know who that is. That's PAL.
It
All right,
looks like
so-
the Frost Trap hits here, so the PAL
Let's-
defense has a little breathing room.
Let's switch a little bit because it looks to me like BTNE's ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, BTNE's already on the target. So they're moving their splits a little faster, which can, I mean, it can make all the difference in the world. 5 seconds, 10 seconds is the difference between cap and no cap sometimes.
True.
Convertible
Absolutely.
on the
I mean,
run.
more important, whenever you force that D team on Ruth to drop into the cut.
Big sap,
that-
big sap on the mage.
Ooh, and
And I think I just saw mind control. Saw mind control.
Willed Forsaken.
Yep. Boy, isn't that fun in Horde versus Horde.
There is no one even on the defense of BTNE yet. Ghost Wolf coming in.
Yeah, it looks like they've already driven Convertible to.
I think
Tot.
I think here BTNE they're gonna try to sit. I guarantee they're hearing in comms that pressure.
Yep.
Wally is screaming at them. That there's
Oh,
pressure,
Wally's right there. They're
they're gonna
big
try
trouble.
They're gonna try
Good
to
war
raid
stomp.
War
advantage-
Stomp.
Good war stomp. He's got to go resto hut here, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Does real man
I've
have
played a
good
lot
name for
against,
that?
and he's also not not scared to just say, "I'm going to the base. I don't care."
Yeah, he's
Pop and
resetting.
drop
It looks
him.
like, or
Papa's dropping. Maybe Taifu connects.
you want to switch?
Yep.
Yeah, this is not a spot you want to be in if you're Triple H. Good net, but he's-
Can the 39 do the
This is
GY
it.
jump?
Oh, definitely. And we just saw a lot
Yeah,
of.
that's going to be a kill. That's too many.
I
That's a
don't
kill.
think a 19 misses that one.
Yeah, but they missed both of their grenades, so
Oof.
that's more important. It looks like Ent's going to get a cap here.
Nah, they gotta
unless
repick.
looks like Rick.
Ready
No,
to
Atax is going to get repicked.
Yep.
Can he get a trap on the Druid?
That would be awesome.
Well, we're about to find out right now, I think. Negative. All right, let's switch to Rick Rude. All right. Well, he's looking around. It's kind of open here. Not a lot of help yet. Cheetah on. Forwards would be loving that.
I mean, he just got hit in Cheetah. Kind of perfect picture in
Shout,
picture there.
shout out to my man Forwards. Loves Cheetah.
Yep. So it looks like, this is pretty standard. One side is kind of waiting, making the other team
Yeah.
make the move first so they can kind of dodge what they do and go the other way, and then it becomes a chase.
I mean...
So what do you
BTNA
think
put a
about these
little
splits so far?
Well, they're close, aren't they?
Oh, wow, they're on Convertible right now if you want to
Yeah.
go on there.
Yeah, I'm on him. I can see it.
Convertible's under a lot of pressure right now.
Got him.
Up,
That's
up,
a
he's
return.
down.
That's what you want to see. This is going to force some of the Alliance to maybe split off, because I think it's kind of risky to
Yep.
just keep a bunch there.
I think this is what I think needs to happen here. Pal need to just all book it. Book
They
it
are.
back. Control can get that flag control. You don't want to. You do not want to kill anyone here because you don't want to send them to GY because that's going to give your team a lot of trouble.
Yep.
It's going to be important for forwards to get some traps in the base to buy any time for Ent to get to the roof.
So it looks like Ent is going to get a pretty clean pick here, and he has a mage there with him. Well, the mage is going to get the pick and then hand it to Ent at the balcony.
I see one of the 39s has commented, fuck a jump. I think he meant to put fuck space a jump. We know that they're terrified of having to hit the spacebar key in that bracket. I can understand the trepidation. Hopefully we don't have to see too many jumps, scare the 39s. I can limit them.
We'll have to show them the cart clip we did last time.
We're gonna.
But it
you
looks
know,
like Ent's getting away safe, and I don't think there's really any pressure. It looks like forwards in the rogue are going to meet up with him.
Here, Pal's going to pile on the pressure. They're trying to get
they
something
could get
in
this
transition.
pop jump down. It's proving to be too difficult for them. Misses it for a third time in a row.
If that was a paladin, that jump happens.
Oh man. They don't do that in the Summer Bowl, I'll tell you that much. Looks like they're going to get away here.
Yeah.
They have a good frost trap down on Tot, but they would really like to get that flag over to Triple H.
Teams are just going to skirmish. I think at the end of the day, they should break off.
Yeah.
Gentlemen split,
They're just
mana
lighting them
up,
up here.
rebuff, go to splits. But to your point, Welch, you asked about how splits are going, and I'm not trying to say that I'm Tony Romo of this cast, but I think I called it where BTNE, they want to go to splits. They can put a lot of pressure, and then you see and on the other side of things, PAL finding a lot of success in transition. So we're going to see what team can kind of play how their preferred style, right? Maybe we see more pressure in mid. Maybe we'll have Ent. He runs out to mid more to try to create that transition. We'll see.
Yep.
It looks like one of the, I didn't catch the name. One of the PAL rogues.
Zombified, he's in there.
Zombified, yeah,
he's going
he's
to get
in
a
there.
sap on Jeff Hardy, I think, with a G.
I'm just
Well,
gonna call him
he's
Plants
trying
1
to,
and 2. Oh, Duranda.
Oh, is Durand out there?
No. Zombified gets popped and
Yep.
Duranda goes down. I don't think that's not a coincidence, right?
Yeah, well, that's definitely not the situation you want to be in if you're PAL right now.
Someone told me they wanted Duranda to be so bad in this game that she would lose her job as a succubus and have to work on OnlyFans the rest of her life. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
These fucking creeps we have out here in the Discord.
Yeah.
It's
Jeez,
just
man.
like let
I
an
sent her a link to Turbulence though, so we'll see how it goes.
strong, independent woman like Duranda. Show her a little respect. She's not just a sexual object.
So it looks like once again BTNE is kind of making their way up, maybe a slight hair quicker than
Yeah.
PAL.
Ent
but they drop quickly.
is dropping early.
All right,
Drop
it's
right
already
to the
down.
left trap.
Let me pop over and see.
Yep.
All right.
Papa
Rogue
drop.
9 has an MC helm on. He's ready
Yeah.
to control someone.
Gold dust with the cut.
Typhoon connecting with Papa. Typhoon sheep. Papa choosing to go down tunnel instead of doing the short loop.
Now you'll see that's not a great fear direction on convertible. Once again, that's a mistake. Grizzlefoot
A
doesn't make.
good bash on Zombified.
Papa's really in trouble here. A lot
Papa's
of
in a
pressure.
lot of trouble.
Convertible's,
Showing it-
Convertible's about to go down. He's in a mess of trouble here.
I think this might be a trade.
Oh,
Rebuff,
Well,
by
We
the way.
got out of it. A perfect war stop got him out of it.
I mean, a perfect war stomp and the best clicks. Would you expect anything less from a 19?
Nothing. Of course,
Returns
well, that's
by the
classic
Horde.
19s, right?
Yeah, Alliance got the return. Convertible's going for the cap. It looks like he's
he
about
might
to get
make
there.
it.
Oh, actually, ATAX might have a pick. Would love to see.
Oh,
Charge.
devastating.
Oh, well,
Oh,
that's
bomb.
one.
No.
Flips.
Oh.
Okay, the trinket. There you go.
Yeah.
That
Wonder
was
if he
a
could have gotten a trap
mistake.
down on the flag cap
That was a mistake by Rick Rude for sure.
for sure. You know, that's something we talk a lot about how good these guys are at 19s, and
Yeah.
I've talked about this before. You can't come to 19s and just play 19s like it's 29s. There's a few nuances that are really going to punish you, and Ent's the kind of player he's going to punish you every chance he has. And I
Yeah.
think this is one of those situations where, you know, you just can't let yourself get feral charged. On
No.
Who
top
do you
of that,
guys?
freezing trap could have been so
Yes,
good there.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Who do you guys give the advantage to when you think about two groups? You have 19s coming to 29s. You have the 39ers coming down to the 29ers. Do you think they share similarities and adjusting to the pace? Do you think? Do
I
you
think it
think
favors 39s pretty substantially.
I think so too. I think that 19s like that's a kind of mistake only a 19 could make, and
Yeah.
really it's the only mistake a 19s are perfect basically in every way, except for an unfamiliarity with the abilities.
Wow,
So
terrible handoff by Sapler.
By
This is
Sapler.
actually
Oh.
like almost okay. You got to it,
Oof.
but that was I did that once in a pre-made, and Schmuck was not happy. But yeah, dropping a flag while in midair is a risky business to be in.
Let's
Oh,
see.
yeah.
You
Let's
always
see.
can blame batching. So
yeah, definitely.
Fords is down for Pal right now. Let's see if they can pile on the pressure without having traps and transition, or without having that ranged hunter damage. Pal's gonna look to push everyone here.
about to get cut off by the shaman. Shaman gets imconked.
That wouldn't happen
Yeah.
to a Red Pally.
Nope.
And now it looks like he's clear here. I think Wally's pushing him back a little bit. And there might be some pressure on Convertible back here. Both rogues are on him. And I think they're just saying, okay, we don't want to by chance lose Ent to a stupid mistake.
So
You might
so
want to go
right,
on Ent. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Both rogues are dead.
So right here, we have Pal's up 2-0.
Yeah.
We have BTNE down. Does BTNE change something? Do they run a 5-5? Do they maybe change? They stick to a 6-4. Maybe they throw the warrior on defense. Maybe they change up a look or something. Maybe
I think that would be a mistake, because I don't think that. I mean, really, they were just as close. On
I would
both,
do 5-5.
on the last last several splits, they were just as
you
close. if
would
not
do
closer.
5-5.
Yeah, I think these defenses have not looked. Maybe I just am basing it off of
Yeah.
the meta 5 months ago, Phoenix versus Gang. But it felt like when Gang's defense was on, it felt like we were staying alive forever, doing multiple loops around the base.
That's
And
not happening here.
that is just not happening at all.
Yeah.
And
I
the
feel like
same
both-
was
both
true with
teams
Phoenix's
are-
defense.
Both teams are really struggling with the opposing team's cut, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and so I think the more time that you can, I really think maybe you don't particularly stick to a 5-5, but I think what you need to do to kind of get organized as a team, because you're down 2-0 very quickly. To your point, Jehuda, it is close, and that's frustrating, right? And so I think maybe to get a little bit more like take a deep breath, figure out some things in comms. You maybe drop to a 5-5. You give your team time to get like some laps in, as Watch just said. You get that confidence back, and then maybe in a transition you go to a 6-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Well, you also don't want to get mixed up in kind of fixing something that isn't broken. But of course, that there's more than one way to skin a cat. That's the great
I
thing
think-
about Warsong Gulch.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said, though, that in most of these spots where they've been able to, like, I think they could take, I don't know what they would move defense since they don't have a shaman. I would normally say, like, I don't feel comfortable moving the second rogue to defense. Maybe Wally in the past has gone defense, I've seen in Pugmades, but that seems kind of odd. Maybe the Warlock on defense. I guess my point is kind of, even though I'd like to see them run a 5-5, I'm not exactly sure what that fifth defender would be.
Yeah.
So what we're seeing here is actually BTF no Excuses. They're kind of pushing. Are they actually considering a death ball?
I think they are discussing strategy right now, and I think the best way to do that is with everyone around your FC so it does not accidentally die while you're talking. That is my...
Yeah, they're wiping
I've been in
mid
these
here.
spots before.
Here, I bet here comes the split right here. I'm betting. Yep.
Yeah, I think
Here
so
it comes.
too.
They want to
I
get.
think
They
they're
think they
just-
can get a step or two in front of. And it looks like they're still 6-4.
Okay, interesting. Did they change it up at all?
Does not look that
So
way to me.
far, Pal's not gonna. They're not gonna give them 1 inch. They're gonna want
Yep.
if they split, they're gonna want the same for both sides.
Yeah, I think they also may have not realized that that's what was going on, right? Like, I think they probably were like, oh, this team's been mid-fighting us. We're not going to let them pull a fast one. We're going to keep them honest. We'll harass them a bit. And then now I think we'll see both sides going the same way. If you look at that skirmish didn't really do much. I think Wally will have to bandage, which he's doing right now. And then they're going to just move on to their splits more like normal.
It's really interesting that both, to your point, Welch, you said that both these defenses are not performing well. I really think it comes down to hunter play, right? And traps, because at minimum, you got to be able to get the tot at minimum, right? That's step one.
Sure.
And these teams, whether it's the routes that they're calling, I see B-Tough, no excuses. They're doing a short route. They're trying to go down tunnel. They're getting cut. But the same thing with Ent. Ent's running into trouble too. So I think both of these teams, they really have to figure out how to let's take it a step by step at a time. Let's commit together. Okay, so Elrig is getting sapped, already in trouble. I think Ent takes a page out of AT and runs mid here. Honestly,
We'll see.
Yeah, should I
The
switch
rest
over?
of the team, it's just one rogue right now.
I'll switch over
Yeah, you'll switch.
because they haven't. Pal hasn't made it up yet.
Papa is starting to get under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah. I mean,
They're going to utilize.
BT&E's
They're going to utilize. Yep. Utilizing
These grenades
the
by
frost traps.
BTNE are not good.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of misses. Looks
Papa's
like Papa's
We're
dropping.
about to get our drop here.
Ent's dropping.
Oh,
No, Papa
Duranda.
drops
You
right
do
in
not
the-
want to drop into Duranda.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like
Papa's in a lot of
Papa's-
trouble.
Papa's down for the count.
oh, and that's
Out of
going to be
form.
game, huh?
Maybe they can
Warstop
get
is
a
going to get
handoff
away.
here.
Up. Handoff
Oh.
happens. WAP with the handoffs. That could be crucial. Ent's
Ent's in a little bit of
Ent's under
trouble
a
here.
lot of
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
Ent's under a lot of trouble.
Waft goes down. Oh,
There it is.
Oh, repick.
who got captured?
Elrig with
Elrig,
another
another one.
absolutely
Making a name
clutch
for himself. with his
repick. Yeah.
Interesting game.
Well,
I
it looks
think-
like you had it. What'd you say, 40 minutes?
I said 42.
32.
So I guess
32.
10 minutes less than that.
You beat your
Right.
number.
And I think a lot of these mistakes, we touched on it, are just, I hate to say it, but it's like 19 mistakes that you're going to make when there's just, things these guys, I don't know if they've played enough pre-mates to know that those nuances exist, right?
Yeah.
But before we leave Battleground, a couple things I want to look at real quick
Yeah.
is the Healing Dawn disc beasting it with 54,000, right?
He's a gamer.
That's big. That's huge. Obviously, J Master probably running a high int set. That's why his heals are a little bit less. He's focusing on dispelling. Wow, I see it. How do the KBs look? Sort by KBs.
Yeah, looks like Rogue 9 with the most of them. My little thing is invisible, so I don't know if I can find it.
Well, killing blows.
There we go.
I like
Yeah.
to look at honorable kills for the most part. I think it was, a little close. I think actually BTNE had a few more, but I think they
Yeah.
stalled middle for a little bit. Not stall, but they were regrouping mid for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's always sometimes it can be a little misleading, the KBs and the HKs, because I would think that scoreboard definitely makes sense, just because it seems in transition BTNE favored getting their FC safe, whereas like PAL try to get transition kills and they throw all the bodies they have, and then obviously they never got the only transition kill they had was the very first one, so the rest of them they were killed off. That's why you're seeing the discrepancy in the KBs and the HKs, but I really think BTNE threw the game, and I tell you why. Super questionable call committing Mage and Rogue at the beginning. First cap, it happens. You're not in a situation that you like, and that this is their first game of the tournament. That sets the tone, and so you're already in an uphill battle. I think what they look to do in game 2 is to try to get the splits. They saw a lot of success in getting a lot of pressure on Ent. I would actually argue that Be Tough No Excuses was probably getting more pressure more frequent than PAL and splits. PAL was just able to capitalize on the pressure and get the returns.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I agree. I think
completely
both
agree.
caps came from mistakes where I think in 29s you almost always want your druid stealthing to pick the flag, it's safe, and then their other cap they let up was getting charged and not putting a trap down. So I think, you know, both of those you can look at as saying those are two mistakes that just kind of show maybe their inexperience in the bracket. But I agree with you. Once they actually were in the game, they were pressuring them awfully effectively.
Yeah, I mean, I think, obviously we're gonna be looking at that charge. I mean, that's a play you just can't allow. I mean, like even if I think maybe these guys haven't played even that many pugs to have been making a mistake like that
Yeah.
at this bracket. Like you got to know that that's a gift for and especially in a situation like that where really they
Wait a minute. I'm getting piped in my right ear. Producers coming through with some highlights from game one. Are you seeing this?
I'm ready for. Let's do this. Hang on,
Judah,
we
do you
got
wanna
some
pull them up?
highlights. Let's
we
do
only
it.
We only have about 4 or 5 minutes, so let's get to the clips.
All right, let's do
Okay.
it.
Hey, so disclaimer. I'm working on like the other caps. It was so quick though, so I wasn't able to put together much. But
Can you stream?
in that chat, put clip number 1. Play that one first, please.
Oh, can you just stream it? Or do you want me to?
It might just be easier, Judah, if you just go
Yeah,
to the clip
you Jude.
and then mute it, play it.
Yeah, make sure you click clip number 1,
Uh,
and we need sound as well.
clip number 1. Okay. Hang on a second.
This is top tier production value. Thank you so much, producer. I am so sorry that my co-caster Jehuda is messing up on this right now.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing my best, which isn't very good. Okay. I got to set up another window capture. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm really stupid. So just bear with me. Okay. All right. Cool. Got it. All right. We want sound on. Here we go.
I guess it's delayed a little bit.
Oh, on stream, yeah. Can you share your screen, Judah?
Purple hat, sheet of print, dancing on the people, rolled up happy after joint, dancing on the people dancing on the people. I got people on the people dancing on the people with the people on the people, smoking CO2, see me, see you dancing on the
Yeah, make sure we have some sound on. Should cut on.
Am I the only one seeing this, or?
Yeah, you are.
Oh
There's
my
a delay
God.
when we're watching it on your stream.
Oh God, no! I'm sorry. Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just
Okay, so
hit clip once and then
on
it's
the
okay.
people. I got purple hat, sheet of print, dancing on the people, rolled up happy after joint, dancing on the people dancing on the people. I got people on the people dancing
Wait,
on
what?
the people with the people on the people.
Holy
Wait a
Red
minute.
Paladin? Are you
A red paladin.
We're just watching more Red Paladin clips.
Dancing on the ceiling, on the
Oh,
Wait, I thought we didn't have a red paladin in that game.
Oh my God.
Too
Oh,
much
this is
Sim
so
was
good.
playing.
This is
No,
such a
just-
good. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was a good troll. I thought we were going to watch actual clips.
I think the Russians hacked our production here.
No, I think
Yeah.
it was perfect. I think it was exactly right. So, I think that was perfect
Watched
production.
a really
We
long
love it.
clip video of...
purple hat, sheet of
All right,
print,
so
dancing
what
on the
changes do you guys think you want to see between games? I don't think BTNE has the deep enough roster that they can say, okay, this comp isn't working for us. We want to try something else.
Step one for BTNE, Druid holds flag number 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Step 2, full teamwork, full 10, transition together, get your FC safe,
Yep.
get traps set up. If that means running double Hunter D, I know everyone hates that at 29. They cringe on that. Run that, because you have to get established before you can even think about going offense. Because here's what's happening. We've seen that their offense has success when they get time, right? That's why I think maybe Welch had a point with the 5-5. Maybe running a double Hunter, throwing back maybe Warrior on defense. Because but here's the thing. Again, Welch 200 IQ here, seeing they don't have a shaman to drop back there.
Yep.
For totems, poison cleanse. Obviously, we don't have anti-venoms allowed here, so that could be causing issues. They're kind of limited to what they do, but maybe they have a shaman in their back pocket. Maybe we see shaman instead of double rogue. Maybe Wally gets off the warrior, we run double rogue shaman. Who knows?
Yep. I think I agree with you. I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine they're going to sit Wally. I think that they, you know, I really do think BTNE kind of scraped by to get 10 players for the tournament. And I think they're all high quality players, don't get me wrong. I think they have a really good team. And this is just part of the process of learning the new bracket they're in. But I do think for at least this week, we're probably just going to see them run it back. Maybe they'll have a shaman. I know they have 2 in their guild. It would be interesting to see that. As far as PAL goes, they like to mix it up because they have a lot of different players. I know they had some people who had to go. So my guess is we might see, a different mage or maybe a different hunter. But against This Is the Way, for example, they mixed it up and yep.
I think there could be some value. You have some fresh legs coming in. It's always nice to have some depth, right?
Yep.
Obviously, Pal has probably rivals the Ruckus for most depth at 29.
Yep.
And here's the thing, we talked about it. Maybe Super makes an appearance, and I don't think that changes anything, right? If maybe Super has a little bit different a play style, but all 3 of Pal's mages are exceptional players. I will say I would like to see Elrig not get sapped as much, on defense, because that definitely put Ent in a little bit of trouble way too soon. And on the flip side of that, I'd really like to see BTNE's defense allow their offense time, because again, they're creating pressure, they're getting saps, they were forcing Ent in uncomfortable positions, but they were getting the repicks too, which is huge, which we saw that very last cap, right? That was very close, and to see that, hey, WAP got that repick. He looked like he was going to GY to get it back to Papa Popper.
Mhm.
Obviously, he turned around. That's a call on comms from Wally or Siren or whoever's on offense that we have
Yep.
pressure, and it came down just to that. We could have been sitting here at 2-1. And here's the thing. That's why I think it's so important. Druid holds flag. Number 1 priority for BTNE, because look, that could have been 1-1 right there, right? Because I don't even know if I really want to count that first cap, because again, I think they really threw that first cap with committing two players to get the flag.
Yeah.
You got to have faith in your Druid. If there's a flag room defense, if it's a rogue, that look, rogue versus Druid. Indoors, it might be tricky, but as soon as you get to outdoors, there's no feasible way a rogue should kill a Druid.
Yeah, I mean, I first off, Wouchman, you got to invite me back. I don't think I'm in the group.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
You're in the group.
I am. Oh, okay, I don't
Yep.
have party up because I had
Alt-C.
DC'd. Yeah, I guess. So if you are, my thinking is if you're Tom Brady here, you're not changing anything on offense. Do you agree with that?
Sorry, say one more time.
If you're BT&E, I wouldn't be changing anything on offense. I do think their offense was very effective. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, it's tough because, when you have that conversation, because you're absolutely right. I think offense, they sit there and like, dude, we were doing our job, right? But I think, they have to look at it as a team mentality. Going back to what I said, I think both these teams have great players. I think they both have experience in a lot of different pre-made situations.
Yeah.
And I think that you got to buy time for that potent offense. And if that's taking a hit on offense for one player, hey, you got to take that hit.
Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna play the back and forth game here. I think we got it first time.
I hope so.
No, we did not.
Nope, we got
Did
the
we
other
not?
way around. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, all right. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm very confident that this game is going to be a little bit longer. I think BT&E are going to make some changes.
Yeah.
I think they kind of see what PAL threw at them. They're going to make some adjustments, and we're going to go from there. But at the same time, PAL is definitely going to capitalize, on the mistakes that they made and try not to make the same mistakes again. Jehuda, I gotta say, you're a madman. I'm sitting here. I'm not on my Peloton. I'm looking at it,
Yeah.
and it's making me tired.
I've never
But then
stopped pedaling.
What's the most tired about me right now is my tongue. I'm very parched. I'm sure you're sweating. maybe you have like an oh, we didn't get it again. Maybe we
fuck.
have. Do you have like a Gatorade IV hooked up to you, or
What I
or-
have is, as I'm not sure if people know this, I like cooking quite a bit. I like one of the things I like to do is, well, I talk a lot about the summer tomato. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Another thing I love is
Okay.
that summer cucumber. And what I do with
Is
that
it, is
summer
it Red
cucumber,
Paladin's #1 or is it summer tomato?
Red Paladin is number 2, summer tomato number 1, number 3 is that
Okay.
summer cucumber. I love
Okay.
pickling. I love making pickles. And I have huge pickle jars here. It is filled to the brim with water, or it was. This is, I guess, 1,000 is a liter of water for our Canadian friends. And
Did we not get
this
it
is
this
down
time
to
either?
200.
No, we didn't get it again.
This is down to 200 milliliters here, so I have only 20% of the glass left, but I think I'm gonna hang on. I think I will make it.
Yo, wow, I kind of see what you're dealing with in Whispers. I would just kind of deal with it
As you
after
can read
the
it.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I will also say I have some legit clips if we have time, time permitted.
I don't know if I can trust you anymore.
don't know if I
What do you
can
mean?
either.
I liked the clip that you gave
Really
us. I
haven't
want
done?
more clips like that.
And we're
Man,
not. We're playing
we're
the
0
little
for 4
dance
right
here.
now.
Oh my god, how does this keep happening?
While we have some downtime, I'm gonna have to admit, you know, not replacing, stepping in plant shoes. I'm gonna tell myself I'm 0 for 1 right now in that game 1 because my spectator, I was so focused on your guys, I got AFK'd from game 1.
How does it
Man.
happen every time?
Oh my god. Well, Plants doesn't even do. He's not even in it. I don't think, right?
Man, Plants is in it, but he always AFKs as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just watched.
Oh well, then maybe it's a tie then.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
take that back. Yeah. I'm trying to join as soon as possible to see if PAL has changed things around.
All right,
it doesn't
we did
look
it.
like they have.
Oh right, we made it.
We did it. There we go. PAL, no changes. BT&E, they have a shaman. Wouch. What does that mean?
I like shamans. I'm not sure what that means.
We have one more to come in still.
I don't know. I think shamans are really good, especially against the double mage comps. You get to purge those mana shields and frost armors, which makes your alliance, which you have 2 rogues, get on them a little better. I think it also gives you a little more control. And if you want to move more defensive with your shaman, shamans are a great defensive tool against double rogue as well.
Super
That's kind of
interesting.
my quick.
Super interesting here. No warlock either for Be Tough No Excuses too.
Well,
Jehuda,
Yeah,
Jehuda, what do you think about that?
you can't. I mean, I do have. We have talked about this type of thing quite a bit. You know, I do think this rule set favors Warlock quite a bit, but we have double Rogue, we have Warrior. Will that? I mean, they had that before. They pushed pretty hard with it. Well, I don't know if the Warlock was as much of a factor as a Shaman can be. I mean, a Shaman can really deliver on offense. You know, I mean, the Warlock is best on offense when they're on when you can't catch up to the flag carrier. You know, because it keeps the pressure on even when your melee aren't catching up. They were kind of hitting him, so I actually think this is the right call. What's your thought?
You know,
And I mean, you're a guy who you always have a Warlock, right? You
I
always,
always no. I don't always have a warlock. I always have a Wedfens.
Right.
And I always have a Jorlia.
Yep.
That is spot number 1 on my roster. I would replace anyone for Jorlia. She is.
I can't actually talk to the GMs right now. I'm going to be kind of radio silent for the next 5 minutes. Sorry.
Okay.
Sure, no worries. Jehuda and I, this is what
all
we
we need.
prepped for.
So we're ready
This
for
is-
this. Yeah.
We're ready. Yeah.
We couldn't be more ready. All right, so we're off to the races. What do you think? Do we think that we think they're going to stealth through and go pick up that flag this time? They're not going to play games like last time, right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. They are definitely going to try that. I'm not going to AFK. I have this beautiful global overview,
Mhm.
and I'm going to look at your
Yeah.
screen as well.
Here, let's
BTE
back
have-
up. Let's get a big view. Not in
BTE
stealth.
BTNE have some damage here. Let's see how the mid goes. I really think BTNE, number one goal, get that druid the flag. Number two, they do not want to be pushed around in mid like they were in game one
Yeah.
off the bat.
Well, don't you think? Do you think the shaman kind of helps there?
I think it does.
Yeah.
What doesn't is Triple H not being in stealth
Yep.
and
Not
being out.
good. So let's
And
see.
honestly, Typhoon is sitting back. Ent looks to have a free look. If I'm Typhoon, I'm joining mid. I know where the FC is. We control FC and I go mid as a rogue and I help my team.
See, and
Ent looks to have a free pick.
yep. So they're kind of in the same boat they were in last time. Well, I don't like this situation for BTNE.
I don't like it all. Yeah.
You got to I mean, it seems like almost academic, but yeah, you can't win Warsaw Gulch if you don't have the flag.
Absolutely. And you know how you can deal with that if you cannot whatever for a reason your transition is failing and you cannot get your FC with the flag, you run a heavy flag room defense that forces the team to bring a lot of bodies outside of mid and to commit to go get the flag. That way for your team that's in mid and for your FC, you're buying him more time to get the flag. So that's one way you can attack it. It looks like they're trying to work his 10. Ent has the flag.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a great situation.
This
to
is
be in
not
here.
good.
Yeah.
They need to be booking it to roof right now. Booking it.
Now, Wally took flag out from under Popper's
Typhoon is
nose.
right here.
Oof.
Maybe a sap on Triple H. There's the sap. This is not good.
This
Really
is,
rough.
This is
This
a
is not
really
good.
bad spot to be in.
This is not good.
This is a cap.
Well, yeah.
This is a cap.
A
no
trap
question.
down.
This is over. Well,
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. A
well,
little taunt
I guess they're
from Wally,
getting.
maybe. I don't know. They're kind of picked up. They're comfortable now.
I'm really surprised that they survived that, but still, I mean, Pal's closing from all sides.
Good recovery. Good recovery
Great
here.
healed by plants and fort.
Yep, I bet the dispels are
Probably
even
that
better.
that shaman also helps.
Interesting. Ent coming down. They can get some counter pressure here. They have their team here.
Yeah.
This is really, you only have two
It-
outlets, neither good. This is really not a situation you want to be in.
This is not good for them. They need to be committing a specific direction. It seems like in comms right now they cannot make up their mind of what they want to do. It seems like maybe now they're going to go down tunnel. Will they commit down
Might
tunnel?
have to
Will
go
they
up
go
roof,
to
I
roof?
think.
I think the play is down tunnel. I think you guys just try to go. Wally is not the worst flag carrier here in this situation.
Yeah.
I think honestly for the situation, it's best that he has the flag so Triple H can heal. But here, there is so much damage, so many.
This is,
No, this is a cap. This is
yeah.
it.
Unless they get a heroic repick.
Oh, it looks like
Which
they
they
might
did.
have.
He gets hit by a frostbolt. A really fortuitous fear as well.
That's it too.
That's
like a cap.
cap number one. Yeah.
Yep. That was a little too easy, and it came out of what I think was the same misstep, which was not
Yeah.
playing it safe, getting that flag early. They ended up.
Did
on the back foot.
Papa get popped? Did he get popped out of stealth, or did he just choose to not go in stealth?
He never went in stealth.
I don't. Yeah, that's a huge misplay.
Well, it looks like they're gonna be. We're gonna get a rogue pick here and a handoff. Yep, they're defending the flag room. Papa's in trouble again. He's got no help really.
Yep, he's dead.
Ent is getting a pretty clean look.
I think the
one
way
vote
I,
MVP.
yeah I think they really need to challenge Ent to not get good looks here
Yep.
and free looks because again what I'm gonna say is that you just imagine you being in comms, your FC's yelling, "Hey, flag room D, I need some help." All right, here we go. We have Elon Musk's child. Let's see if he's able to capitalize here. He gets the cheap. Trinket immediately bash. He's gone.
He's
It's
free.
gone.
That's not good.
You got to evasion that bash,
Yeah, that's not a good spot to be in.
and then now the rogues. Oh, boots.
Boots
This
too
is not
devastating.
Good.
As a
Interesting.
rogue,
He
how
went
hard is-
back up. That was an interesting call to go back up tunnel. Mid must have not looked good.
Is that a
Yeah.
net?
Go
there?
ahead. I'm sorry. As a rogue, say it one more time, Welch.
As a rogue, how hard is it to get that sap for the split second that he's out
It,
of
with
bounds?
classic,
so
it
hard.
is almost
Impossible.
impossible.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
almost impossible.
Bat-
I remember people doing it on private servers. That's why I was asking.
I just want to remind everyone that batching is the dumbest shit in the world. They didn't
Yep.
have to have it. They elected to put it in for people that felt nothing should change. Extremely dumb. I'm sure everyone agrees with that, right?
Once
There's
again,
no one in the
Pop-
chat who's like, no,
once
actually,
again,
I like
TP's
batching. Batching's fucking
got pressure
stupid.
on him by the hunter. He's running backwards.
Well, we're kind of in the same boat. They don't
Yeah.
have flag. You know,
They don't have
you
flag.
have to. It's just if you got to play fundamentally to get the flag, you have to have the flag.
They exchanged mages also, it's worth noting. This is Moldy Peach instead of... And he gets Mind Control Helm. Let's see if he
Yep.
has...
He
Will of
should
Forsaken up.
Forsaken. Is he gonna know? Is he gonna know that he can Will of Forsaken that actually?
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
You have
Forwards
a priest
is-
sapped at the same
And
time.
he is just killing Wally. Or no. Yeah, it looks like he's killing Wally.
Papa Popper's nowhere near getting the flag.
once
He's
again.
getting
in
getting
trouble.
staff druid right now by forwards.
And Ent is in prime position to cap.
Big bucks forwards.
And sitting at tree.
Cap.
We'll
Looks
see.
like it's going to be a nice clean cap for them here.
Yeah.
Looks like the
He's
priest can
sprinting to
maybe get
cap.
the pick, but
They have
No, he gets
Rubik's
sheeped on
is sitting.
cap.
He got
can
Oh.
charge and that's it.
yeah.
Oof. That is not a situation
So
you like to be in.
at this point, dude, comms are super positive for PAL.
Mhm.
I would say borderline top. We have some AFKs on
So I'm
BTNE.
going to address something that happened last game. Last game, WAP, who wasn't really aware of the rules, he was a last-minute addition for tonight. He used an anti-venom, so they got a one cap penalty in both directions. So at 2-0, that ends the game, and that means that PAL wins 3 to -1.
Okay.
And
Unfortunate.
yeah, I think one theme we see in this tournament, well, you kind of see one of the two. Sometimes teams bounce back and they really get better every push and every team fight, and sometimes they maybe overcorrect and end up losing track of their game plan. I think this may have been one of those times. It also is a chance that the penalty just really took the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, sort of a sad finish to see kind of like just a game collapse there. I'm trying to grab a screen cap here before everyone's gone. I don't know if you got one.
Yeah, we can probably go back and look at the VOD for that screen cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super
Grab it now.
unfortunate. I would say from a spacebar player, very unorthodox, because one of their strong suits is they prepare really well.
Yep.
And yeah, one of their strong suits too is they typically don't get pushed around in mid that easily. They were really pushed around in mid a lot. I'm really not sure Papa Popper's, Triple H's decision on not going in stealth off the bat. And hey, we kind of talked about it in the halftime. Step number 1, Druid needs flag, and that did not happen at one time in game 2, and that's difference maker, right?
Yeah, I mean it's almost sort of like playing to your fundamental game, right? Like we said before, it's like I said, it seems obvious, it seems silly to say it, but you can't win Warsong Gulch if you don't have the flag. You got to get the flag. You have to protect your flag, and then even if you're behind in a game, if you protect your flag and you bring it home and you get a split, things can go right and you can get a cap. But if you're not protecting the flag, you're not bringing it home, you're never going to be able to cap. I mean, it's so simple, it seems so obvious, like almost like a John Madden type thing to say, but this is the situation where you have to say it.
Yeah.
Yep, we're going to get Typhoon on, and then I'm going to see if someone from BTNE wants to come on. I understand after the game, sometimes, tensions run high, or you just kind of want to think about it, so I'm not going to pressure them
sure
or anything.
Plant Man will come on.
Yeah, maybe we can get plants.
Yeah.
So I'll reach out as well.
And do we have any more videos like the one we We just
We
saw.
can get to those after the interviews, I think. But I'm
Yeah.
sure Dog will have something put together.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear Typhoon's point of view. He plays Masterclass Rogue,
That's
best
right.
class in all of in all of WoW. No
Only
matter
class,
the
really.
expansion.
Yep.
Yeah. Really excited to hear from him here.
Yep.
What's up,
So,
Typhoon?
hey, Typhoon.
What's up?
How you doing?
From- Good, good. Good
Congratulations on another W. You guys are fucking sailing right now. You feeling good?
talk. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident for the next few games.
So
Are you feeling confident for the next game?
Yeah, I finally.
Okay.
I mean, I got some of my guys. I trust on the team, so it's pretty good on both sides, I think.
So
good.
who are the guys you trust?
I mean, Neeson, who's Rubik's. I mean, I've known him like since I was probably 14 years old.
That guy's okay.
Playing with-
He's all right.
So-
yeah, he's only okay.
Earlier in the year,
I'm a
that's
little bit
excellent.
better,
That's
but-
great.
Yeah, but I've been playing with that guy for 10 years.
Yeah.
And we just play on the same rhythm, I think. So
Yeah, well, that's something I love. I love like when you vibe with somebody. It's a fucking
Yeah.
dream. It really is great. Like, especially like with we have arenas coming up, and that'll be a real chance to see who you vibe with. So was I think we always have to get to the most important question. It's what's on everyone's mind, what people are thinking about. You can't run from this. As you know, our sponsor, Heartseeker Medicated Butt Wipes, issues a Player of the Game award. Who do you think earned it?
to be honest, I don't know.
And take your time.
I-
Listen, take your time. We know it's important.
I didn't focus on. I just focus on the opponents in that game. I don't focus on. I don't really see what my teammates are doing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, on that.
I'm
on that,
very
dude-
biased, so it would be Neeson. I just think he just goes in with confidence on offense, and he just destroys everything and makes the entire offense more confident.
I can probably relate, especially playing as a rogue, right? You're kind of focused on positioning and different things. Maybe talk us through like comms. What were comms like? Who was kind of filling that leadership role? Was it in fact Rubik's? Was Ent? Was it Jay? I know Jay Mass is very vocal as well. Anyone that stands out on comms?
Yeah, I actually don't think we really have like someone like in a leader role that's calling shots. I just think we're all pretty good Warsong players.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have pretty good awareness, so we all know what we need to do in the best spot, and we all just make calls like knowing that we'll play our character right, knowing who makes those right calls. So we don't really have one shot caller on offense. We all just say what's on our mind,
Who
and
was?
we're all flowing like perfectly.
I was it Discs was the defense. Who was the defensive priest?
Disc, yeah.
Discs,
Disc,
right? Yeah, I have to tell you, I thought he was really great. I know you would have no fucking clue. You were on the other side
Yeah,
of the
I
map,
have absolutely no there,
but in
But I
my
don't think they
yeah.
only returned like once, I think, and that was like I think just End was just chilling on fence and we're trying to get a return or something.
Yeah, there were a couple close calls, and
Yeah,
there
it
were
looks-
some
I
real big
remember-
key heals, and so I thought, and some good dispels. So I thought, I know we're trying to give some more attention to that kind of stuff rather than what the God class, the only class that matters, Rogue. We're trying to give a
Yeah.
little less attention to the God class. It's still the God class, make no
Rogue
mistake.
Rogue
Yeah.
is like so easy to play. Come on, it's like
Whoa, what are you talking
Like,
about?
I mean, the God class is Rogue, Shaman, Ret Paladin, kind of like all on the same level.
I mean,
and we can,
I think Mage
agree.
is the most God class, but Mage
Mhm.
is really hard to play like very well.
yeah, but
Like, you know
yeah.
a really good Mage when you see him.
different from Hunter, tiny brain class, like we always talk, a little pea brain,
Yeah,
smooth.
oh, 100%.
Yeah, Hunter's smooth pea brain class. Like probably shouldn't even have any. They they don't belong on this earth. Like we may have to genocide them at some point. It is what it is. But yeah, no, I'm big fan of Rogue, big fan of Ret Paladin, big fan of Shaman. But I really thought that Discs delivered on defense. He was really good and kind of made the difference a couple times. I don't
So
know if
yeah,
you had
what
thoughts.
I want to jump in here real quick and
Yeah.
talk to Typhoon because I know that he it Zombified probably fills the kind of aggressor rogue role, and Typhoon likes to sit back and put a lot of pressure on the FC. How shocked were you to game one they sent Mage Rogue to try to get the flag. Obviously that didn't work out for them. And then game 2, for whatever reason, we're still kind of baffled that their FC, their Druid, just really didn't attempt to try to stealth across mid or even have any type of clear look. What are your thoughts on that?
I honestly don't know. Yeah, I was very surprised when they sent Rogue and Mage to pick, and it actually, I mean, it didn't work out in the end, but it completed the goal. Like, you know, like they surprised me and they did get it out, and I mean, there was obviously a chance for them to get through, but it didn't work out in the end. I don't know why they don't commit the Druid on just to stealth through and go pick the flag.
We were kind of. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think in the first game they may have thought, okay, our shaman isn't available because they were supposed to have a shaman tonight, but I guess he couldn't make it for the first game. And so I think maybe they were thinking, okay, we only have 2 healers. Let's get this third healer for the mid fight. I mean, I don't agree with it, but maybe that was their thought process.
Yeah, possibly. But then in the second game, they did have a shaman, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he was. I don't know.
And then they committed like all like yeah, I don't know. They just committed all into mid.
Yeah,
And it's for me at least, it's easier to cut off Druid if he's just chilling mid.
for sure. You had an interesting.
Especially out of stealth as well.
Yeah, you had a nice mind control hat. I think that's kind of your signature in the pub.
I don't know why that caught on. I just use it when I.
I think you're the only rogue that did it. That like for a long time, I think it was kind of looked down upon, and then you started doing it, and other people tried it, and were like, "Oh wow, this is a way fun item." So then everyone just fell in love with it, you know. But I thought it was cool, you know. Maybe as someone who plays 19s, I mean 29s, I think you're kind of a 29er, like you were here before the exodus of people into 29s, you know. And I think it's cool to see you playing in the tournament. I'm glad, you know, you were able to find a home for it.
Yeah, thanks, man. And yeah, I got that mind control actually worked out well because I think we burned the Mage's Cold Snap.
Yep.
And that mind control was way easier.
And killed the warrior.
Yeah, I made him kill the warrior, and then we burned his Cold Snap.
Yep. All right. Well, I want to get Elrig in here. Do you have any final thoughts or predictions on the tournament?
No, I'm not going to predict anything. I just.
All right.
I think we
Are you
played well
sure?
today. Yeah.
I thought you were confident, Typhoon.
Yeah.
I am confident. I'm not going to say I'm not confident, but I'm not going to make any predictions either.
I would be scared too. That's fine. Respect.
All right,
No,
I'll see you
I mean,
guys later.
all jokes aside, looking forward to playing you guys. I know our scrims in the past, we haven't seen the full strength that is PAL, so we're really excited to prepare for that. And you know, early best of luck. Be sure to watch the VODs and take some notes on how to correctly play Rogue, though. From me,
Oh,
that's all I'll say.
you know I watch your vids and Perplexity's vids all the time. So,
Well, listen,
can
great
figure out
game.
that.
Thank you for joining us.
Perfect.
And
Later, guys.
you know, congratulations on another W.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next round, eh?
Yeah, definitely. See you
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
GG's.
Elrig, what's up, man?
Evening, Joe.
All right.
How's the master picker, huh?
Yeah.
I got to shout out a little sponsor of mine, Zowie. They make great products.
Oh, cool. Do you have like a link you want to put in the Twitch chat or something?
No, I just really like their products, and I think they deserve a shout out.
Okay,
They're
cool.
fantastic.
Yeah. You know, going into this tournament, you had the Wouch curse. I played a pug with you,
Yeah.
and you jumped off tot and took a lot of fall damage, and I was really disappointed. And
Ooh.
you know, going into the tournament, I was like, man, this Elrig's guy, I hope he does terribly. And
Ooh, fucking rough.
I think you have played very well. And I think this game, your sheeps did not get. If you watch the VOD, you will not get called out enough. Some of your sheeps, you know, like the last one, you sheep the priest who's going to repick, and then the charge around the priest, you know, it was a really good play. You had some good sheeps and cones in those tunnel fights where they were trying to scrape the flag out. It just felt like you were controlling the game the way you wanted. And going back to this is the way, and tonight, you probably have the most caps out of anyone who's not a druid in this tournament.
That's pretty cool, hey? Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty
didn't
dope.
sign up for the FC role, but I mean, I guess it just works out that way.
Yeah, I
Take a
guess what I'm
machine.
getting at is the Wouch curse might not be very strong.
Well, I am a mage, so I can dispel that. So that's actually kind of nice.
Love it.
Unfortunately,
I-
mages never do, so they never dispel.
Oh, I know.
curses.
I don't either. So, you know, Definitely guilty of that one.
So we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the most important thing, of course. Our sponsor, Heartseeker Medicated Butt Wipes Player of the Game Award. You were in there. You were in the mix. Who do you
Right
think,
on.
Who do you think deserves it? Who are you voting for?
Oh, that's tough. That's a real tough one. I mean, it's been said before, and I think it needs to be said again, but Duranda is probably the best player on our team for sure.
I don't think anyone disputes that. That's an easy one. But
Like,
if I played Ally Mage,
I'm actually gonna dispute that here. I saw her flop quite often. I think Disc was so concerned about pumping on healing, he just kind of neglected Duranda.
yeah, we had to talk to him about that. It seems like he didn't have pets enabled on his raid frames, which is really unfortunate. But you know,
Typical
he must have
29
switched it off
mistake.
when he turned his helm on. Unfortunately,
19 would have not made that
never.
mistake.
Truly
Yeah.
never. 19, he sees it's off. He's clicking it as he's doing graveyard jump. Like,
to
easy.
be fair
yeah.
though,
Yeah.
to be fair, 19's like you always show helm because I mean that hat.
True.
It's beautiful.
That's classic.
It's
Yeah,
iconic.
she was iconic. What's
Yeah.
I mean, I even tried to get it this weekend, and I got the orange thing and I got the blue thing, but
You got
Well,
the
You
got the
can put
boots.
TBC enchants on the
You got the
blue thing.
boots on your first try.
second. But I got the ugly line. But I did get a donation of a nice strong iron fishing pole, so that's kind of bis. Sick.
How many weeks have you been trying to get that hat?
Just 2, because we had to turn helms on, and I'm not a fan of the what would you call it? The lesser fez, I think.
The Papal Fez?
Yeah, that thing
the
is.
purple one is hideous. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a good look at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Papal Fez is hideous too. I've been using Augur Shroud or whatever it's called in 39.
Ooh,
It looks pretty.
Ooh. I mean, that got good looks, but yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know.
So looking forward in the tournament, you guys are playing against Can We Stop? You guys looking forward to that? Were you hoping to play against Almost 30 instead, or just kind of play who's ever on the schedule?
Pretty much play everybody. I mean, a bunch of the guys that are in CWS I used to play with way back in the day, so it'd be good to go up against some old names. Should be pretty fun. The one thing I do have to say, you know, you're talking about elephants in the room, but this is like the galaxy elephant, if you will. Rocket boots at 29s. I think it would really improve the game quality.
Mhm.
You know, you wouldn't see these kite into mid strategies that seem to just delay the game so long. And on top of that, I provide a superior brand of them named Durf Jordans. If you want to transfer some off of Fairbanks Horde, I craft them with the
businessman.
highest quality materials.
This is
So I have a question
This is
then.
second plug already.
So I did one at the beginning and one at the end. What am I supposed to say?
Why do you think? What about speed pots? What do you think of those instead of rocket boots? They share a cooldown with health pot, and you can dispel them.
That's not a terrible idea. I mean, maining 39s, I kind of like having the health pot and mana pot. They're really strong in that bracket. But
They are.
I mean, I think both are pretty great. The cost is kind of annoying, but
Yeah.
there's certain ways to get gold. You know, you could make some of the banned consumables and sell them. They've got pretty good margins. I have my own factory building stuff on Bigglesworth, so it's
Funding Tinkertown.
That's right.
funding Tinkertown.
I'd
yeah,
like
fair.
to ask a question about game 1 specifically. Game 2
Sure.
is kind of a wash here. BTNE Rogues were able to get in position and really prioritize sapping you. I know I saw it at least twice. And I know you're thinking, shit, I'm the mage. I'm sapped. What are the comms like as you get CC'd? Is Ent freaking out? Is he screaming at you? Are you guys a little bit more cool, calm, and collected? Because from our point of view, BTNE, to their credit, I mean, I know they lost both games 3-0, 3-0, but they were definitely getting some pressure on you guys. Do you think that was just specifically because you were getting sapped at some of the looks, or was it other reasons?
I mean, it certainly doesn't help, that's for sure. At 39, I play Priest, so I get a little more breathing room with Skull and being able to do things to get out of other CCs, but I mean, it's definitely not good for the mage to get sapped, but I think if we changed a couple ways that we play, especially on Banana, I think we could probably circumvent a lot of that.
Yeah, do you mind specifying what you want to change? I think the rogue in the future match for you guys would like to know that.
I'm sure he would.
I hate to cut you off short, but thank you so much for coming on. I'd like to get Tom on for a bit and then maybe get to some clips, but I think you have a good shot of walking away with the award tonight.
Appreciate it. Hopefully, I'll click a couple more flags and use that Zowie scroll wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, thanks, man.
All right, have a good
Always
night.
good talking,
Yeah, take
Durf.
care. Good game, man. Good
I'll
game.
See you at ramp. I'll see you at ramp next game, Durf.
Take care, Haas.
Later.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Do we-
Not sure.
is he muted?
Doesn't look like it. Huh.
Is it push to talk in here? Or...
Oh,
Oh,
like you
yeah,
push
yeah,
talk
yeah.
Still. I'm a boomer.
No, it's not push to talk. It's good.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Hey, how's it
going on?
going?
My ass hurts, but other than that,
Lasted over 20 minutes.
that's what I
Yeah,
said.
that's true. Yeah.
We got 30 minutes. I wasn't in game 2. I don't know what happened there, so
Yeah.
I didn't break my 20-minute vow.
Tom,
Okay.
Tom, I have to jump right into it. You've had a really rough week. Sunday night was extremely rough for you. You're throwing some interceptions. Really couldn't get your offense going. I think you saw like some similar issues here tonight. What are kind of comms like? What was like the game plan on game 1? Benching yourself, very admirable going into game 2. What was the kind of thought around that as well?
It's a lot of questions. I'll start with those Sunday comments. That was a tactical move by the Buccaneers. You know, they didn't want to show too much. They're a little bit afraid of the Rams, the 7th seed. It was actually my birthday on Sunday, so that was a terrible,
Happy
terrible
belated
way
birthday.
to end it.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
On
I
my
was really
13th
excited for that
birthday,
game.
Tom Brady beat my Eagles in the Super Bowl. Just a side.
Yeah, you got your revenge a couple years
True,
later.
true. Yeah, 10, 15 years later, something crazy like that. So one thing I wanted to talk about is I think it's really easy to look at this game as like an absolute negative. But I think a lot of mistakes you guys made in game 1 really can be boiled down to the fact that you guys don't play a lot of 29s. There was, some bear charges that were really advantageous. There was maybe some questionable strategy going for the flag at the beginning of the game. And I think a lot of those things you could just fix with more preparation. Did you guys kind of go into this viewing this game as kind of, okay, we're going to learn a lot in this game and then apply it to this as the way, and then in the playoffs, or kind of what was your mindset going into tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I would actually disagree about not being able to take anything away from this game. I think that was our whole mindset going in. That's why we kind of, we did some scrims with AT and we went away from what was working there. Just because, there's not a lot of opportunities to try out different comps since, a lot of people aren't playing besides these tourney games.
Yeah.
I mean, we expected better results, but at the same time, it's the first time these 10 people have played together. We've never even done splits with these people. So it was a lot of rough things. And, 29s is a lot different from 19s. That opening, getting the flag out, it just doesn't happen at 19. It's not a concern. So we're just, we're trying to figure out what works. But overall, I'd say, we're pretty content. We're not that surprised by what happened, and we think there's a lot of things we can build on, and that a lot of those things are pretty easy to identify, and we can really make big improvements pretty quickly. We think.
Yeah, I think, Tom, when you watch the VOD, you'll see what I think we were seeing, and you'll probably. It was not difficult to identify, as you've rightly noted. I think in terms of positives, though, it certainly seemed like the offense was pretty effective. You were every bit as close as they were. It was just once you had your splits, but there were certainly some difficulties getting that flag and getting it home. Do you think that's something you're going to try and identify in the coming weeks? Or I'm not sure when your next game is. Is it Sunday?
Friday. So Friday we're playing Foul, and I'm sure he's watching those games.
Yeah,
with a big ass
he's
smile.
He is
excited.
licking his chops right now.
Yeah, Farless couldn't be more excited. Yeah.
I haven't checked shit posting yet, but I'm sure he is copying and pasting everything Wally has ever said in this Discord.
Yeah, he's like copying it like the wrong way. He's not taking screenshots. He's doing like the boomer copy, just how he likes it, and it's boomer paste. Is that how did you feel about offense in terms of game 1? Was that something you were satisfied with? or do you not know?
Yeah, I think yeah, so in game one, I think when we got to splits, especially on offense, it felt pretty good. You know, I think we got one return and maybe like a second during a transition later on. The defense, you know, I thought they did okay on a couple of those splits. There weren't that many, obviously, but I think that's something we can kind of look at and feel a little bit good about. And yeah, it's just, you know, when you got 10 people, when you're trying to organize 10 people as opposed to 6 and 4, it gets a lot more complicated. And I think that's where the synergy is really lacking. You know, getting the flag out of the base, getting transitions going, things like that. And it's a little bit harder to practice. You know, in a split, you know, you can do OD splits and, you know, get a lot of work in, but it's really hard to practice those mid fights. And so I know most likely, assuming we can take on the mighty Foul, it'll be CWS and PAL, and maybe we can get some practice going with either of those since we wouldn't be opponents to the finals. Haas, if you're interested, because apparently we've been dodging you. I'm not really sure when, but we'd be happy to practice.
Listen. As a rogue, dodge is like my second favorite word. I say it very loosely and aggressively. We would be more than happy to play some games, but I just want to make sure that they're secret. I don't want to give any of your guys secret strats array or anything like that. But no. But in all seriousness, yeah, 100%. I would love to play some games for sure. And you know, I have some interesting history with maybe some BTNE guys and obviously some Spacebar guys, but I'm sitting here a little shocked and thinking about just the I don't want to say lack of preparation, but maybe just kind of like just the overall kind of strategy going into game 2, because you know I've played against all of you guys a lot. You guys are really good at making adjustments, working as a team. Comms are usually very clear and kind of concise. You know, the very first cap in game 1, you committed Mage Rogue. Didn't Worked out in getting the flag outside of the flag room, but really didn't work out because you can never really get that flag to the Druid. And so obviously you guys picked it up. When you got to splits, you saw a lot of success. I would even argue you guys saw more success than PAL. PAL was just able to get returns at the right time. I think you guys always had and under pressure. Siren was doing a fantastic job of getting saps on Elrig, and you know, you guys are putting pressure on them. And I think going into game 2, you guys sit there and you're like, you know what, we're going to get the flag to the Druid, number 1. Number 2, we're going to go for splits. And we didn't see that. So I guess I'm interested to know kind of what was that decision process like, and what were the kind of, during that break, the 8-minute break in between games, what was kind of talked about?
Well, actually, so I stepped away before the game and came back when it was pretty much over. So I'm probably about as surprised as you are.
Okay.
I think we did talk a little bit about how, like, we kind of maybe were trying to do too much in game 1. You know, having a rogue on D, sending 2 to their base, and then also trying to hold mid. And so I think the plan going into game 2 was just kind of sending 10, trying to get the flag, which, you know, it's just something we wanted to try, see how it went, you know, focus a little bit more on the mid fight now that we had the 3rd healer and the shaman. I guess it didn't work out that well. I'd have to like watch the VODs to see what really happened. But it was kind of I don't want to say we like weren't caring about game 2. I think it was just, you know, we identified that mid was really bad in game 1, and I think that was the focus for game 2, and I guess it didn't work out. But it's something that we really will look back on and see how we can improve.
I would definitely amplify that. You know, if people are watching and they're watching game 1 and then they watch game 2 and they're like, they just threw that one away, they didn't care. 100% not the case. I've competed against these guys a lot over the years, but also in Classic. These guys do care 100%. Obviously, it was very unfortunate that they weren't used to or spun up on the rules that Consume was used, so we didn't get to see a full game 2. And then I know beforehand there were some internet issues for some of your players, and there wasn't you didn't get to your preferred kind of planned lineup. But as Welch said before, I think from here you look at it, what went right. I know you guys prepare really well, and I know you guys are going to refocus, get some practice in, focus on the game ahead of you on Friday, and definitely are going to do better because you can only go up from here, right? And we're definitely excited. I won't be able to cast, but I'm sure Plants fan, or actually I think I will cast. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to overstep, but
It might
but,
be forwards and Sunshine and Ojai.
Mhm.
yeah, but
That'll
I
be
think
exciting.
I'm expecting a way different result on Friday than what we saw today.
Yeah, and I think a big thing is comms. We got a bunch of chiefs. The people that we're using from Spacebar are kind of like their shot callers. The people that we have from BTNE is like our shot callers. So it takes a lot of time to kind of figure out who's making what calls. Learning to listen. So comms will take a little bit of time, but I think everyone is being positive about it, and we're looking forward to Friday with Val.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think if anything, I think you guys I think Welch did you guys a big disservice on your main mission here, and that's killing Saffron, right? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Was that not mentioned? I'll be a little bit
It,
upset if
it,
my
it
plug
was
wasn't
it
It
was
was.
it was
It was.
mentioned,
It was?
but it was
Okay.
offhand. It was like
No,
it
it was
like
not.
quickly through. He was like, "Screw this 60 stuff." No, it was just I was just trying to give you an extra plug for And My
Yeah,
Amazing
so
Friends.
there's a misconception that this is BTNE. It's actually And My Amazing Friends. The invite was officially to BTNE, but this is more of a Amazing Friends group. And we got our first Cthulhu kill yesterday, so we're looking for people to join us down the stretch. We're gonna get those neck shoulders, bring them to the 29s. Maybe those shoulders will be enough for us to be able to beat Paladin's things, hopefully. But if
Well-
anyone, I know the PV server thing sucks, but if anyone's interested, we're recruiting everything. Mancrick Alliance, join the best Twink server in
Well,
NA.
Tom, you'll be pleased to hear that my mage is already 48, so I'm on my way. I'm coming as promised.
The problem is though, is that you're gonna join the guild and someone else is gonna leave it.
Oh,
So it's kind of
yeah.
Turnover. That's
but-
what you.
I'm bringing 3 more guys, so it's actually 4 of us.
So no, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah. We got a warrior.
It's,
He's doing Blackwing Lair now on another server, waiting for to come over, and then we got the other 2 guys there. 2 mages are in their 50s, so we're coming,
We're
man.
looking forward to you guys, and if you ever need help, join up.
Nah,
We'd
it's
be
a
happy
fucking
to power level.
it's a
do
fucking
everything that
mage.
we
It's a
can.
clown show. I just go into ZF and do these graveyard pulls. This shit's a laugh. I can't believe you're allowed to do this.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Tom, and we'll talk to you on Friday, I think, and hopefully you guys, perform better in that game. I think it'll be a good match.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, thanks.
That's it.
GG's.
So,
All right. Jehuda, do you have a screen share set up with Dr. Dog, or do you want to play some
do.
clips?
Wait.
And then,
Dr. Dog.
or the producer, sorry.
no, who's Doctor? Yeah, production.
Yeah, production.
Production.
Yeah,
Hello, are you
just-
there?
yeah.
And then can you also
Yes,
share
hello.
your screen with us so we can see it as we roll the clips? so
Oh
we're not on
yeah.
delay?
You got it. Hang on.
Yeah, no problem.
Screen, share your screen.
Whatever you do, do not click on clip 1.
What is that? The one from before? I clicked on whatever I clicked on, so that's what's coming. All right, you guys see it?
No, where are you sharing at?
Discord.
Do you guys see?
All right. Here we go.
Okay, I don't have permissions, I guess.
Oh, you,
One sec.
let's fix that for
I don't know
production.
how to do that.
I hope this is another Ret Paladin video.
It's not.
You should have permissions. You just click on.
You got it?
No, it's all right though. I don't need it.
Okay.
You've already
Let's see
seen
it.
it. You've already seen it.
He already
Uh,
knows the trick.
Yeah.
Alright, here we
yeah,
go.
I'm sure this time do something crazy.
All right. See what we got here.
So PV's running in the base. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Good bandage. Still no Ret Paladin.
Ooh, Wally stealing the flag.
Yep.
Was that on purpose?
Under the nose of his druid.
Into
Yeah.
the sap, and it's
Oh, this is just a disaster after that.
Yeah.
My guess is that's just comms, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my. When it was in real time, I was watching the other screen because I was like, I wonder if they'll even get a pick. And then I just didn't even notice that what happened. I thought Wally had it for a few minutes, for a few seconds.
It's tough to watch again.
Yeah, it is so
Yeah.
hard. It's like watching a train wreck in
Yeah,
a
it
lot
really
of ways.
is.
And there's a moment where it looks like it gets better, like right here, where it's like, all right, well, Plants and Fort really kept him up, and then it just spirals back out of control. We see the healers are in sheeps, which I mentioned. Elrig just getting those guys taken care of.
Yeah.
So, Dog.
This stuff.
Who are you hoping to play out of BTNE and This Is the Way?
You keep referring to
Um,
Dog. I'm just.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
producer.
Is
Production.
it producer?
Production.
Yeah,
I guess he doesn't want to talk. He doesn't
No,
want to
no,
talk,
it's fine.
man.
I can talk. It doesn't. No, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter. I think we'll have to hopefully play all the teams, if we win.
Yeah.
So,
Got to beat
I've
everyone.
heard, yeah, Pal got a lot of hype going into this game. I've never seen them play, and they backed it up. I was a little bit disappointed in BT&E. I saw that, the game one, as you guys pointed out, and there's actually a clip that I posted, and there's probably a few more times on offense. They were looking good. They almost had a couple kills.
You want to go to a different clip, Judah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think try to pull up the one that says BT&E almost killed game one.
Oh yeah. Let's get that.
I can't wait to see Red Paladin here.
I'm dying for right now.
No,
She's
no,
just
not
Brother
the-
Man and Dr. Dog dancing on top of some dead bodies.
Yeah, I just want to watch that again. I mean. All right.
Yeah, producer production. I completely agree. I really think BT&E held their own in splits. And it's really interesting.
You guys seeing this?
Yep.
Isn't this the same exact clip?
No.
Yeah. So here I'm pretty sure
That's-
Elrig's
yeah.
a sap.
Oh gosh, I'm on the wrong one.
Start this. He caught up with a blink. He's right in front. But see, they're getting pressure. They ran in straight to the cut. 2 rogues on a druid, never good.
Yeah, I mean this looks like a real good situation for BTNE. Like if you're in this situation, you're thinking cap. Little runaway, but now when this happened, actually, I had a split second where I was like, "Oh, he might just go right out." He might just reset, but he didn't.
Wally cutting.
Yep.
Didn't look like he got a charge. But yeah,
Oof,
just I
look
mean
at that.
the
Oh!
warlock and the hunter just really unloading.
Elrigs with the pick as usual. Yeah.
So, producer, I've heard rumors that you're a 29 native. I'm not going to disclose your identity, but being in 29s, you saw BTNE, and I guarantee you know who Phalaris is. What do you expect? This is the way to show BTNE on Friday, and then what do you also expect BTNE to improve on going into that Friday game?
So I mean, if BT&E comes in like how they did game 2, they're not beating anybody. But that being said, I played against BT&E even recently, and they had a much better team. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised at what happened tonight. Honestly, I thought it was going to be some like super good games, kind of CWS AT style, long games. They're just so quick. I mean. Game 2 just didn't even feel like a real game. I mean, that was
it's
crazy.
funny. It's funny you're saying that because I was just thinking to myself how much I would love to get another Can We Stop AT matchup in this tournament.
Hey, it might
that
happen.
was awesome, wasn't it?
I was glad to be part of it. Thanks for sending us those clips, Dog.
Yeah. Production.
Production. Yep.
Producer.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Next time we can play them when people are interviewing. I think it would be good.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea for sure.
Well, we
definitely
just keep
can build
getting
on it.
better. You know, this is also group play for us. So let's not forget.
Yep.
So
do you guys have any closing comments?
no,
I
I
will
just
let
yeah.
Yehuda, you take it away. Take it away.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you know, it's obviously it was a disappointing for BTNE, but you know, it's not over. Once again, we have another For All the Marbles game, and obviously we have our A-team casting all our For All the Marbles games, I guess. So we'll have Sunshine and Forwards and Ojai on the sticks, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'll certainly be watching.
Yeah. I'm closing comments for me, man. You know, BTNE, they're gonna go back to the drawing board. I think they're gonna, you know, have. They're gonna look at Phalaris on the other side and really want to focus up. I think I'm not gonna say they were embarrassed of what happened tonight, because I'm sure they've been playing Warsong Gold so long that, you know, shitty things happen like tonight, right? And I think they're more than capable of bouncing back. You know, there's been a little bit of back and forth between This Is the Way, specifically Phalaris and their guild. I think that'll add like an exciting edge to it. I think, you know, This Is the Way looks at this game. They see they try to mimic what PAL did, right? They try to push them BTNE out of their comfort zone in transition. And I think we'll definitely see better games. I'm gonna go an early prediction. I think it's gonna be a split 1-1, and we're gonna have a game 3 for all the marbles.
Oh, I would love that.
Me
Vouch
too.
man?
I mean, I think you guys said everything I was thinking. I'm looking really forward to, like I said, This Is the Bracket to me that was always had a lot of question marks. I think This Is the Way is always getting better. I think, you know, BTUF has a lot of talented players, but they don't really prioritize 29s up until recently. And I think we kind of commented that it's a little easier coming down a bracket. And I think PAL just has a lot of great, you know, players as well, a lot of talent, a lot of good teamwork so far. So I'm interested to see, you know, just kind of how this pool shapes up, and I'm really excited for the playoffs.
Production, any final thoughts about Red Paladins?
I have nothing to add.
Okay, everything about Red Paladin was in the video. All right, well, I think that's enough for us, guys. Another great game, and we'll see you. I don't know, when is our next game, Watchman, you know?
Friday.
Friday. No, when's our next game?
Our next game, I'm guessing next Friday will be first playoff game is my guess. But it's nothing
baby!
officially on schedule.
We love the sound of that.
I will actually I'll jump in. You know, when my team CWS we secured advancement, I preemptively reached out to Int and to BTNE and said, you know, if we see you guys, what days are available? We're sitting here on Tuesday. Obviously, we're for PAL, so I'm hoping maybe we can get next Tuesday. If everything is good for Welch, I know he's running everything in the background. Maybe we'll be able to do CWS versus PAL on Tuesday.
That'd be
Gotcha,
great.
that would be great.
Yeah, we'll be ready for that.
Yep. So, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, all three of you, for your help tonight. Thanks,
thanks for
PAL,
having me.
and thanks, BTNE. Yep. Special thank you to Haas for coming on, guest last minute. But yeah, see us next time. Thank you.
All right. Wow, it's good.
Thanks, guys.